Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous Friday playing Tomb of Annihilation with these crazy people. Oh my god, you have no idea how crazy. Um,
If you heard our pre-show, you would
Yeah.
stop watching now. You would click that X button and
banned.
shut down the browser.
I don't
I
know.
just
I mean, honestly, I think if they heard our pre-show, they might decide that they just want us to continuously
Do the
stream a
pre-show.
pre-show.
I also would just
That's
like to
true,
point out
that's
that
true.
Rob has changed his Zoom name to Longboy.
Oh yeah.
Just in honor of your tweet, Josh.
Bless Bess.
Yeah.
We're rowdy tonight.
are.
Yeah, but
We're
you know,
rowdy
it's
last time.
Friday, so I mean, like this is life. This is, you know, if we didn't have this to get rowdy, just think how much our weeks would suck.
That is very true. That's actually very, very depressing. So thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, I live to destroy. I mean, yeah, no, that's accurate.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and get into some introductions. Let's go ahead and start with the man who made us late, the Undead Gamer.
Whoa!
Wow. That's shade.
Y'all, nothing was loading. You know, you have those days you just turn your PC on and everything's like, go fuck yourself. That was me today.
So, other than having PC problems, how are you doing today? How's your week?
Yeah,
going?
living that life. Living that lockdown life. We're just here for the Dungeons and the Dragons. Yep, all good. Here, living my best life as a wood elf paladin, Oath of the Ancients. In our 3.5 Furbolg-esque shenanigans that we've got going on. Yeah.
Yeah, living your best life, aren't you, Rob?
Trying. I mean, do you want to say it with any more venom in your voice, Brew? My good, just call a boy
I
out.
need to come for a guy like that, bro. Honestly,
It was more that
Aggressive.
you said
It
it,
was
4
aggressive.
times. It was more. I'm sorry. You're a wonderful
Coming here looking like Guy Fieri.
Oh,
Your
So,
chip butty.
I guess, you know, since I let, you know, the Undead Gamer introduce himself first, we'll move on to the Furbolg that is least despised by the little elf. B, how are you doing today?
My least despised? I wondered where that was going.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been any of y'all. Could have been
Yeah.
any of y'all.
I mean, we're all equally as
I mean, y'all
feel
did share a cup of tea.
strangely.
There's
Oh,
like a
that's
nat,
true,
there's
that's
like a
true.
nat
We
stick
had a
in it.
moment. We had a moment, yeah. That was nice. It was cute. Okay, yeah, I'm doing good. I've had a fairly good week, so it's all gravy, baby. Looking forward to the game, as always. As you've pointed out, this is the highlight of my week. No, we're good.
Cries in Furbolg.
He cries in Furbolg. I am playing Briarin, a barbarian. I can never remember the goddamn name of it.
That's
Path
right.
of the Totem?
Home.
Path of the Totem Warrior. That's the one. Yeah, I should write this down.
I mean, it's not like it's on your character sheet or anything.
Character sheet, yeah.
I'm looking at my character sheet. It literally just says female Furbolg barbarian.
You don't
That's
know
it.
what look. Okay. Anyway. Before I cause any more mayhem, Josh, how are you doing today?
Hi. I am livid a vida loca. I am.
Yeah.
I have a gigantic pot of tea in a tea towel to keep it warm because I don't like getting up and making my cup of tea. So I'm using a teapot that I've had for 5 years and I've never used. I'm playing the
Ricky
team.
Martin.
I'm playing. I'm playing the College of Law Bard Ricky Martin. No, I'm playing Circle of Shepherds Druid, Furbolg, Medarin, cousin to Prue's character, grandson to B's character, a strange
Lover of Rob's
strange
character.
lover of Rob's character.
By the
I'm
way,
glad that we both went the same way there. Though,
Damn
Ross.
straight.
I mean, like,
We've been friends for way too long.
Speaking of which, we should probably shill the Tomb of Annihilation after hours that we do in 4 hours' time from the end of this show,
Oh, no.
where you can see all those best bits.
No.
Yeah, it's the Jungle Man's Hentai Club.
I was just, you were talking about, well, you were basically doing an introduction for a character that doesn't exist, and I just thought, how horrible would it be if I decided to introduce y'all backup characters in the game before I actually killed y'all?
That would be.
Honestly,
terrifying
it would be pretty
indeed.
bad because my backup character is currently called Singularity Josh's character on my character sheet. I haven't picked a name for it yet.
I haven't made a backup character.
Yeah.
Bold.
If I die, I
The only
die.
other character I have is
I'm gonna be B.
Vincent DePaul, so if y'all want him to come along to the jungle, you're
Oh.
welcome.
Wait,
No.
is this the uncle?
Well.
No.
All right.
No, this ain't.
Oh,
This
no.
ain't. I don't know if he's worse.
Let's go ahead and let the wonderful Prue introduce herself. How are you doing? And how's your week been? Who are you playing?
I'm good. I'm running on weird fumes energy, so I'm gonna be all over the place.
That's the best kind.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm fine.
Gonna channel
You
your
know,
inner
it
Renee.
snowed loads in Manchester. That was really cool. We haven't had any snow that stuck. I mean, it stuck for a night and then was gone by the morning, but still. And loads of South Manchester had to be evacuated because the South
Flooded.
don't care about providing for flooding in the North. Classic. Yeah, I'm playing Little Fernerin. She's not that little, she's big, she's a furbog. She's a life cleric who just loves flowers and being peaceful and Eldath and flowers and yeah, she's cute and I like her and she's dead nice and she is Meadowrin's cousin and Briarin's granddaughter and mortal enemies of Keller.
Ex-lover.
She's just jealous because me and Medarin are together now. That's
Yeah,
all.
that's it. It's very Real Housewives in Real Housewives of Chult.
Can you imagine that as a D&D premise? Sorry, Kirk.
I'm Kirk. I'm the DM. I play all the NPCs, the bad guys, and the jungle, the Sturges, and Ite, who is there but not really, because that's a lot of effort.
I'm also here.
Yes,
Just to throw back the
Yeah.
Kiss the Shroud
Irina.
campaign.
that's right. I'm gonna, put Irina in here.
No, I'm still here.
I play Irina as my backup character. Just walk around. Just walk around with me with a greater invisibility cast on me at all times.
Come on, Irene.
Yeah. So, I suppose you people want to play D&D maybe, or are we just gonna just sit here and bullshit for the rest of the
We
stream?
could bullshit. Yeah,
I
we
mean-
could just. Okay, no, that's fine.
That might make us a little sad though if we sat here and bullshitted for 2 hours. We'd be happy and then realize that we didn't play D&D and we'd all be sad.
That would happen.
So let's go ahead and head over to the wonderful, fabulous land of Chult. I suppose we should do a recap. Yep. So stuff happened.
I can do a recap if you want, Kirk.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Last time on Tomb of Annihilation.
I'm just finding where in my notes it began and it ended because a lot happened. So, it was extremely rainy and it was revealed that underneath all of his armor, Keller wears a leaf jockstrap. I sang the song Water of Life whilst Keller strode around in his garb. And then, actually, what happened is we were avoiding some swamp. Some lobster people told us not to go in. And we came across a huge plateau. The plateau is a place called Umbala. And we scramble up, and we look behind us, and we see all of the lay of the land of Chult, including this huge floating rock that had a giant tree growing out of it. and had huge roots and red liquid leaking down the side. It looked like a giant leaking heart. It's called the Heart of Uptown. Pretty cool. We get to the top, and up there's loads of skulls. And I'm like, hey, what if the lady with the skulls is actually really nice? Huh? And everyone's like, no, I don't think she's really nice, Prue. And so we did not get to meet Granny Poo Poo?
Nanny.
Nana Poo Poo?
Nanny Poo Poo.
Nanny Poo Poo. So Nanny Poo Poo, who we suspect may be a hag, not confirmed.
Which OC, I'm so sad we didn't go and do that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Like, so sad we did not interact with Nanny Poo Poo.
And yeah, so her hut made of an immense reptile skeleton covered in skins and bones, and her creepy flying monkeys got left at the top of the plateau, and we were like, nah, fuck this. She looks evil as shit. And we spent a couple of days traveling. We got lost a couple times. I kept fucking up some rolls to look for food, so I made everyone eat their shitty rations, and I apologize. But I also figured out how to make the insect repellent salve, so that's nice. Right. Traveling. Then we made it to a place called Oralonga, where there was this huge ancient brick ziggurat overgrown with forests and creepers and flowers, and it had like 4 layers to it and loads of scribings of labyrinth symbols all over it, which is the symbol of Uptow, like that heart we saw earlier. Uptow, the god creator of Chult, and blesses all those that use labyrinths, was tempting us up to get answers and secrets.
Beautiful secrets.
And it turned out that it was one of those weird D&D puzzles that's like, we're not going to give you many clues how to solve this. You just got to wait for a Chwinga to show up and solve it for you. So we are grateful to the Chwingas and Kirk for solving the problems for us. First layer, you needed orchids. The second layer, you needed feathers. The third layer, you needed to deep throat a whole snake and then wiggle up the fucking ziggurat on your belly. I couldn't do it. Like, Fern just couldn't. So she hung out outside, chilling, while everyone else spoke to Savras. No, spoke to... What's their name? Oh, Saja, the guardian Naga of the Ziggurat, who offered answers to our questions. There is a creature, not a man anymore. Rasni and his Yuan-Ti scheme the end of the world. And he lives somewhere out in the jungle. If we kill Rasni, we can end the plague. But there are also some red wizards who might be in the heart of Uptow, also causing yet more evil. Rasni is corrupted by these Yuan-Ti snakes. We're unsure what he even might be. But Keller had the forethought to ask, well, if there's all this evil out there, do we have any more allies? And there's apparently some Aarakocra we can go ask for some help with. Or perhaps... there's like a fella who just wanders the wilderness who we might be able to find. And Saja was so impressed that those 3 had made it to the top of the ziggurat and asked such intelligent questions. They all got some little charms. They got little necklace charms. Keller got a cool sword charm. And they all came out and were like, wow, that was a good 5-minute tea break. And I was like, it's been a whole fucking day. What the fuck? And the session ended there. Except I didn't say that because my character's really nice and cute and she doesn't need it.
That's like the best recap ever.
That was fantastic.
Alright, so Prue is doing the recaps 5
forever.
now.
Yep, forever.
Oh, I will do a catch up recap. It's just not this week. Probably sometime at the beginning of February.
It's going to be so fun when we get to the end of the campaign and then Kirk just goes live the week after we're done and just gives a recap and ends the stream.
just gonna do a full on recap and then
of the
campaign and then be like, next week join us as I tell you everything that they missed.
Oh shit, it's a 3-part saga.
All right, cool. Yeah, that
Prue,
was...
did you have that all written down?
Yeah, that's why there was like weird asides about me making salve, which were not really relevant to the recap.
Totally relevant, very relevant.
I thought it was relevant.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
I love the fact that y'all are almost out of rations.
Yeah, I have very little wow, I have five rations left.
Let's
Clearly,
put
the
it this way.
biggest takeaway from this was the fact that Keller wears
Where's
a
a
leafy
leaf
loincloth.
jockstrap? Yeah.
Jockstrap, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Can I
I've
just
already
point
started
out,
doodling
like,
it.
from where y'all are, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the internet over to the map. From where y'all are, y'all could not make it back to Port Nyanzaru without starving because you don't have enough rations if y'all are unable to forage.
We in trouble.
Interesting.
We need we really need that 5th level, guys. As soon as we get that 5th level, it's all right.
We gravy.
Pretty sure create food is a 3rd level spell.
So where's the nearest? I should probably ask this in character, shouldn't I?
Well, I mean,
Where's the nearest
we started to have a
7-Eleven?
conversation at the end of class session, and I'm pretty sure y'all kind of want to pick up in a conversation for this session because the group hasn't decided where they're going, and the DM has no idea where they're going, and that could get interesting real quick. So, table is yours.
I don't have many rations left. I don't know about where everybody else is with that. But survival-wise, I think it's important.
Yeah. I too only have a few left, so that's an issue.
I still have 10, and I am happy to share. But I am also running low. The problem is we are a good many days away from civilization, and the only place that I know that there is food readily available aside from Terrorin is Port Nyanzaru, and we are a considerable distance away from both. Oh, I guess Fort Vengeance or whatever.
Camp
it is.
Vengeance?
Camp
No.
Vengeance.
There's not stuff readily available there because remember they were trying to conscript y'all to get them supplies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm sure if somebody helps me during the day, I can just get everybody nice foods. I know I messed up over the last few days, but I promise I can get nice snacks. But we might get lost again, so it's kind of a trade-off of that. It's like, do you want to be lost but with a full belly, or do you want to starve to death knowing exactly where you are?
Well, I would
rather
say that my concern would be the storms. Because we can't forage food when it's storming.
Kirk, is it actually possible to stockpile a couple of days worth? If we did a day's worth of foraging, could we stockpile like ration, basically?
I doubt any of you have bothered to bring salt for preservation. So I would say that if y'all wanted to spend a day gathering stuff and trying to make do with the jungle for preservation, it would cost you an entire day. We would do a group survival check to see how much you gather, and then someone would have to do a independent survival check with advantage for preserving the food.
Anyone got any alcohol?
Well, you can preserve. I don't have any alcohol, but you can preserve food by smoking it. If you have, if it is meats and certain roots. However, fresher foods such as berries and other things are not going to keep well. So it is going to be a very limited diet.
I will say, no matter what y'all do, like any rations that y'all collect are only gonna like hold up for like 3 days because of the nature.
I mean, honestly,
of salt, with the rain and everything.
spending 1 day to guarantee 3 days worth of food is actually not a horrible idea in Josh's opinion, because fine, there's a chance that. Well, actually, if we gathered 3 days of food, Keller could still help with navigation, so we could still make 3 days worth of headway, and we wouldn't. And we are like, you guys are being Rob, you're like very down on rations anyway. I think, judging by what me and Portney and Zari, we've probably got about the 10 mark.
Yeah, I've got 7 left.
So
I've got 6.
So guaranteeing 3 days worth of food when the highest number of rations in the group is 10, which is me, I think is probably worth. Even if we go 3 days a day, 3 days a day, it's worth it. At least until we can find somewhere that we can get food.
Cousin, do you have any ability to make foods? Berries, perhaps? Good ones?
That might actually be the play. I was thinking about. I was just going through my spells.
Good berry
Good
does
berries.
produce 10
Berries,
berries. Each berry will provide 24 hours worth of nourishment.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I would. Are we at the end of the day now that we? Oh, we are at the end of the day because we've done the temple, right?
This was the morning because y'all stepped out in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We've only
Realized
got
y'all
for
had
24
lost a day?
hours.
We
Yeah.
haven't rested, though, have we?
Nope.
No.
So we would be resting now anyway. I think is. Otherwise, you guys are going to have exhaustion.
You don't feel
Uh,
With an
exhausted.
SA.
Yeah, we ate and slept while you were
Yes.
away.
Yeah, we can't.
So
And y'all
Um,
don't feel exhausted.
If we can make do for today, I can consult the jungle and perhaps have it provide a different bounty for me. It would just mean that I would lose probably the ability to find things that are invisible.
I think maybe our
But I think-
survival.
I think I would rather not starve to death.
Hmm.
So
At least we'd then be alive for unseen things to be discovered.
I mean, I like. I need to look at my second level spells, because if I can cut one of those, not really. I could cut Moonbeam, I guess, to take Goodberry and still keep Fairy Fire. I'm a support caster anyway, so.
up to you.
Well, I would need to rest and consult nature and try and find a way forward with what I have access to. And I would need a long time to meditate on it.
You were gone quite a long time, so perhaps if we spend a day just discussing what we might do next, and we can spend a day just foraging out from the tent but not traveling anywhere. You know, have a day of rest and respite after having to swallow snakes and wiggle about so much. It could be nice.
We might be able to start preserving meats if Grandmother and Keller know how.
I certainly can set up a fire so that it's low enough heat. I'm assuming that'd come under survival rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I have the ability to do this. To a functional level, at least.
Okay.
So it'll be a survival roll, but without proficiency, unless you're proficient in cook's tools.
I don't think I am.
Well, I
Very
am.
unlikely.
I am proficient in cook's tools, so if you could direct me,
If we could help each other, and then maybe do it like that.
because I have a +9 to survival, cook's tools, and proficiency in cook's tools.
Oh, yeah. Well, a little bit of my knowledge with your application, I'm sure we will bound to make some headway.
So is the plan then to forage for today? And
Yeah,
prepare
forage
food?
and have like a down day. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Everybody give me a survival roll.
Everybody.
Everybody.
I guess I should roll for Annette.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian.
Granny knows. Granny knows how to. Fucking
Meadow.
Meadow still got 28.
Granny knows how to handle her meat.
I still rolled a
Whoa.
a 19 to be fair. So
Inete, bless her. Inete's like,
She's
I found this singular grape.
and he like it's just like Meadow just like looks over. She's like, no, that is incredibly poisonous.
Put it down. Immediately.
So, we have some very nice rolls there. So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Nice.
So, you will have 16 pounds of food. So that is pretty much 3 days. 3 days of rations that have been obtained. Now let's see if it can be preserved.
Okay, so
If I give the help action to.
He'll get advantage on the roll.
so a survival check with advantage.
Yes.
Come on, Meadow. 24.
Nice. All right. So you are confident that y'all have 3 days worth of provisions. They'll be a little mushy and not so great on the 3rd day, but
They're edible.
Yeah.
And that's enough to feed everybody, right? It's not like 3 days for a person. So that's not bad when you think about it, because I've just that's basically created like 15 days worth of food effectively. That's pretty good going.
so. Is there anything y'all would like to do? Let's see. I don't think I did today's weather. Cool. It's hot as hell.
Ugh.
But cool. So we are in Orlunga. And that is look at this. Ooh. All right. So that morning, y'all have your conversations, and you decide that you're going to start gathering this food. And some of you wander a bit further away. And because most of the stuff right around the temple, obviously it's not meant to be edible. It's all tied to the magic and divinity
It's the puzzle.
of the
Yeah.
exactly.
Don't eat the puzzle.
So you wander out, and while you are wandering out, you get closer to the river, and you see these 4 people walking along the riverbank and putting out markers on trees and all this stuff. But they don't appear threatening. You can roll perception checks if you want.
Yes.
Is it all of us?
Yeah, anybody that wants to.
noticed this?
Yes, you all notice.
15.
22.
Keller with the big boy numbers.
Keller.
Oh, I didn't get
Keller
it.
knows. Keller sees all.
15.
Well, I mean, it kind of works because it does. Keller, go ahead and roll me a history check.
That's about time.
Yeah, that's gonna be about time.
Oh no.
Ah, it's a 5.
Oh no.
Okay, well, you know that they all belong to the same organization, but you don't know what else about that. But you've
Think
noticed
these,
that they all have this little, like, similar pin on their lapel. Couldn't tell you what the
Think
hell it
these
was.
chaps
Members
all
of
part of the
US
same group.
Congress?
No,
Fucking
then.
silver flag pins.
I will tell you that the pin is a silver stag head.
Interesting.
Recognise that. Don't know what from.
It's a brand, isn't it?
Sporting goods, yeah.
Yeah. Go outdoors.
Just all out in their like fucking Adidas tracksuits.
Yeah.
I take it y'all aren't particularly trying to hide.
No, I was actually thinking of being like, hail and well met. What brings you to this part of the forest? We pose no threat. We are simply foraging.
Rolls initiative.
Fuck.
So they all stop what they're doing and they kind of look at you, and one of them says, "Greetings. What brings you out to this particular area?"
Oh, you know, there was a cool ziggurat. That was it, really. We're just taking a rest, and then we're probably gonna head back Port Nyanzaru way. We're just, you know, adventurers, like how you get in a setting like this.
Yes. Many adventures have come through.
Are you adventurers too?
In a way.
Okay, what do you do? Sorry, am I being nosy? I didn't mean to be nosy. It was very, very rude of me. I apologize.
We try to nurture nature and make sure that civilization does not disrupt the balance.
Oh yes. Sorry, I'm a furbolg. Obviously, silly me. We're very into that too. We don't like when people build big bricks on the nice forest land and huge foundations and destroy the beautiful natural wonder of Chult. Oh, that's very exciting that you're interested in the same things as us.
Yes. What?
I am not going to insight check them.
What
I would just like to-
brings you all so deep into Chult? We don't encounter many. Well, to be honest, I am going to assume y'all are from up north. Perhaps a bit south of Fort Valerian.
Maybe.
Yeah, we are.
Can
Like
I
as
do
in,
an
no,
insight
I
check?
was just not telling them because we don't like people just rocking up on Furbolg territory all the time.
Yeah.
I understand your hesitation. We are a scouting party for the Emerald Enclave. We are aware of a community to the north, but as they live in harmony with nature, we have felt no need to intrude upon their lifestyle. I assumed with so many of you together that you all hailed from this community. If not,
Yes.
then well, my apologies. What brings you so deep into Chult and so close to Orlonga?
Just here to restore some balance
But
to the force of Chult.
but this side of Chult is not the side that's out of balance.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of moving pieces, isn't there?
I suppose that is true.
Can't be putting one thing in whack and then something else comes out of whack. All a palaver, isn't it?
Yes. Well, um, I suppose.
I really like our high charisma character in the party.
You're welcome.
We have much further to go today, so peace be upon you, and
Oh, wait, where you off to? Where you off to?
well, everywhere.
Is there perchance anything that we might assist you with, or in fact you might be able to assist us with? Seeing as I feel we're here for similar means.
Are you lost?
Nah, I mean we're just sort of heading in a direction, and also no direction.
Deep.
That is confusing.
Oh, you should tell me.
Little book of quotes that was.
I just did tell you that is confusing.
Why?
Either you are lost or you know where you are. Which is it?
Well, that is the question, isn't it?
Right. Well, good day to you.
Wait. But before you go, so you're saying out of balance. We've noticed some lack of balance in the north when zombies and things that should be dead that aren't staying dead have tried to lay siege to Furbog territory, and it's why some of us are out here, and so we're running around the forest trying to see if we can figure out what all these scary dead things are. I don't suppose you have any news on the scary dead things.
The scary dead things have been growing worse and worse since the last insurrection, where they started. But the Emerald Enclave does not. We are more guides and informers. We do not battle. We leave that to the Order of the Gauntlet, as horrible of a job as they are doing.
That's the camps all over the place. Sorry, I interrupted again.
It's quite alright. You had a question?
Yeah, they're the ones that have the camps all over the place and are sometimes a bit mean.
Yes.
Okay.
You seem like you know this part of the jungle better than I do. And you say that you are guides. May I ask you for a recommendation?
What is it that you would like?
I think that we are likely headed east over the Aldani Basin.
Yes.
But we have had contact with the Aldani, and they do not like people trespassing on the basin itself. What would you recommend as the best way of crossing it swiftly? Is it just to go around the northern point, or is there another way that you can recommend?
Well, I mean, east of the Aldani is where the undead is worst, but It depends. Are you in a great hurry, or
I somehow think that we have managed to get muddled up and have taken it upon ourselves to try to stop the undead from overtaking Chult, as futile an effort as that might seem to some. So I think that inevitably we will end up east or in the thick of where things are worse. But that isn't to say that I wouldn't like to try to be safe at least getting there.
but are you in a? Right. So here's my advice. If you want speed, bribe the Aldani. Otherwise, skirt around the north, because if you head south, well, there is a chance that Tinder would spot you, and that would not end well for you.
What would spot? Sorry?
Tinder, are you?
That the thing you do on your sending stones where you try and find a life partner.
No. Tinder is the giant red dragon.
Oh, oops, my mistake. Silly me.
Yep. Don't want to be going that way then. Thanks, Kirk.
So wait, just so
Why,
I've got
fuck
it right
that
in
for
my
Tinder.
notes. Is it west round the basin we don't want to go because that's where Tinder is?
South.
South. Round
South round the basin.
Do you know what the Aldani take as bribe? Is it food, money? Do you know? Have you had a
Pretty
dealing with it?
much, they're greedy, so it needs to be something that would overwhelm them. A very large feast, something incredibly shiny and valuable, or a whole lot of gems. They are.
Granny sex appeal, that sort of thing.
You know,
Right?
Thank you. Alright, guys, I don't think we're bribing the Aldani. We haven't got anything worth anything on us, have we?
I mean, we could
We're
give them a
quite-
shield guardian, but I'd rather not.
Oh, yeah. We could.
I'd rather we kept a shield guardian for ourselves.
Can I just point out, Shield Guardian is heavy. You give them a Shield Guardian, and they bring the Shield Guardian into the swamp. That Shield Guardian is never coming out of there.
Oh, fair point. Yeah, it's a bit sloppy, I guess.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should look at where it is we want to go before we make any plans about how to get there.
Is there
Yeah,
anything else we can do for you? We still have business to attend. Again, if you're not lost, if you're lost, we can lead you back to the river to head into Port Nyanzaru.
Did we ask about the red mages?
No, we haven't yet, no.
You haven't seen any fellas walking around in red robes, magey types, that sort of thing?
The wizards from Thay? No, we haven't. Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for them,
Bad news, are they?
all obsessed with life after death. Slavers too.
Oh, sound like absolute stand-up fellas.
Yes, they are just the epitome of Thayan culture.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, but no sort of word or whisper of them in anywhere in Chult of you at all.
And we are aware that there are wizards coming into Chult. It's not unusual considering the large amount of undead here, but they have made no aggressive actions in Port Nyanzaru or the camps. So, I mean, it's a little hard to keep them out.
Yeah. Any idea? Obviously, I understand you've not seen them, and that's fine. But any idea of what sort of numbers we could be talking for them sort of coming in and doing what it is? Any idea of what their sort of practices are, as it were? Because obviously, there's you lot who come in your sort of groups for your own reasons, of your own safety, and all that. Any idea of what their sort of common, what we might find if we were to run into a party of them arseholes?
A bunch of necromancers?
Well, yeah, but like numbers, that sort of thing. Any sort of equipment or anything like that.
No idea.
Yeah, that's fine. I just thought I'd ask us all.
Well,
I don't think we require any more assistance, do we?
No, probably not.
Thank you for your information.
Hmm.
It has been most kind of you.
May I just ask a question of curiosity rather than information we need? And why are you marking some of the trees?
This is so we know. Well, so not so that we. So those who come after us know that we have been through here.
Oh, there are more of you in the jungle.
We have several small groups that traverse through looking for anyone who might be lost or hurt and offer to give them aid and return them to civilization so they do not destroy the natural environment.
That's really, really nice. Wow, you're lovely. May I ask, do you ascribe to a certain god at all?
Well, I hold faith with all of the deities that provide their bounty to nature and those who live in harmony with it.
Yes, well, I'm actually a follower of Eldath, and she's blessed me many times, and she's very lovely. She's really, really great. And I thought perhaps you might like her too, and you clearly do if you've heard of all the gods that are in balance with nature and believe in kind of benevolence and peace. Then surely, yeah, you've definitely heard of her. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just rambling because I really like her. I think she's really cool. But yeah, Eldath be with you, and I will do a little bow.
And with you. May your days be blessed, and may you remain safe. Good fortunes upon you. We shall be going.
Good fortunes upon you too. And I'll nod at them. And
Yeah, see you later, mate.
well,
Really nice, weren't they?
well, we know that there are allies to be found in Kir Sabal, which is far east of here, past the heart of Ubtal.
Well,
We
east
know
is where
that
we've
there
got
is
to go anyway, innit?
we know that there is a dragon in the south, and I don't particularly fancy messing with that right now. So my recommendation is we take the river as far as we feel comfortable without encroaching upon the Aldani. Make our way north around the basin. Try and steer clear of the heart of Ubtao as best we can, and head to Kir Sabal.
I think we should take Inete home now that we have all the information we have. I don't think it's safe for you to stay out here, Inete. And I know it's a bit of an annoyance to go. Well, not that you're an annoyance, Inete, not at all. More that it's a bit frustrating to go all the way up to Port Nyanzaru to come back down to Kir Sabal. But I think it's better to do that and make sure we have enough supplies and things than
We could.
Well, I do not want to impede you. I'm sure that I can still catch up with those folk and get them to escort me back to Port Nyanzaru.
Also, I was just wondering if we wanted to go back so that we can,
Resupply.
resupply. There's a few things we need to like cash in, like because we can get money off Inete for having done her job for her, and then like grab some things there.
Are we
and all
turning
that
the
kind of
Shield
thing.
Guardian amulet in?
I don't know. I kind of want to have a Shield Guardian on our side. They're really cool. But that is also because Prue very specifically adores Shield Guardians. I think they're really cool.
Well, I'm just thinking also, like, I don't have a lot of money. I have 20 gold pieces.
Yeah, same.
Is it like the guy's a merchant prince? Rather than a spell book, we could turn it in for like a good amount of rations, possibly.
Oh, we could try and turn it in for money. However much a
Or
spell book
money,
is worth.
either way, yeah. Like, yeah, we could ask him for gold rather than goods, as it were. Either way, but I'm just thinking that might be the best. But then that means we've got to go like fucking like 3 weeks up the river, and it's taken us like IRL like 4 weeks to get here,
Yeah.
and then we've got to come back down the river.
Well, no, because then we can go down a different river. Because you see there's two rivers coming out of Port
That is,
Nyanzaru.
yeah, but then that means that we end up.
And then go across to Kirsabal from whatever, I guess that's a mountain at the end of
I mean, I guess we could go like down the river, Tiraki, and then cross land to maybe Port Castellagar, and we could like Port Castellagar is like not much further away from Nyanzaru, and that looks like it's a big town. We might be able to resupply there and send a like it depends, like, because I don't see the point of going back all the way to Port Nyanzaru unless we're cashing in the shield amulet, because we can just send an Ete back with the guardians.
I don't know whether it's worth for consideration, but if we were to go to Port Nyanzaru, it would be close enough for one of us, or myself, to send word to Willarin in some way, perhaps by a feathered friend, just to keep them informed.
Also, not to be this guy, and I don't want to be this guy, but we did somewhat not promise, but say, and not for the geezer, but for the geezers under the geezer, say that if we were ever to go to Port Nyanzaru, that we'd give a good word in for Camp Vengeance for some supplies and whatnot, because them fellas are really suffering. The guy who runs the place, arsehole, couldn't care less, but everyone else who's under that poor prick, do you know what I mean?
Suffering.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that sounds like a lot of voices for Port Nyanzaru.
I'm not fussed either way, but I feel like there's there's more than a few reasons we should probably go up there that are beneficial.
It would be weighing on our minds, I think, if we did not complete at least some of these actions.
Okay, let us make our way to Port Nyanzaru. Annette, would you like to come with us, or would you like us to fetch our friends?
If you are going to Port Nyanzaru, I would happily travel with you. I just don't want to be the reason for you going out of your way.
No, but I think I speak for the rest of us when I say that we would sit easier knowing that you are back safe home, rather than wandering the jungles with people we don't know.
Absolutely.
But I wanted to give you the choice. It is not for me to decide who you travel with.
I paid to travel with you, and I've grown to like you. If I were not so ill-equipped to handle the dangers, I would more than happily travel with you further.
Yeah,
He's getting Nettie on the XP grind.
yeah. Maybe we should go fight Tinder and get her to like level away.
Well, I will
Start
tell
with
you,
a smaller dragon.
I meant to give her
grinder.
2 levels of cleric, but I forgot. So she's still just an acolyte right now.
Okay, so does anybody want to do like the OC route plan with me quick? Just so
Okay.
I think that we are actually going the right. Do we just go directly east, skirt Mbala, north of the Aldani Basin, back up the river, straight through? Is that the fastest way, or has somebody got another idea?
It's.
Is
I think
going
it's-
past Camp Vengeance going to get us into trouble?
I think the faster we get on the river, the less likely we are to A, get eaten, and B, get lost.
I suppose we've got two options. We can try cut behind Camp Vengeance and further upriver, if you get me. But it means going through the forest, or we go Mbala and across.
I think we're safe for getting to the river as quick as possible.
Yeah, I think
Giving the Aldani Basin a widest berth as possible, like a respectful widest berth.
Well, that's
And
kind
then
of what I was saying.
Yeah.
Just getting past
Yeah, yeah.
Vengeance as quick as possible, innit?
Here you go. If I just draw the route
fuck 'em.
out, if we literally just did this, and then,
Yeah, that's fine by
And
me.
then Camp
Yeah.
That seems insensible.
Oh, is that the plan?
Yep. And then see what jobs we can cash in and what we can do at Port Nyanzaru to maybe get a little bit more money.
All
And there's no
right.
reason afterwards we couldn't go then to Port Castillagar,
Yeah,
and
we'll just
then-
go down the River Tiriki, I
and then
think.
go down that one.
Or
Maybe like down the River
Castiglia.
Tiriki. Down the River Tiriki.
And also,
Castiglia from.
there is the mystery person that we could ally with, that we don't know anything about, and a city full of people is probably the best place to go and be like, have any of you heard of a traveller? Does anyone know where he might be?
Is the traveller the Arakokra? Is that the traveller?
No, the
No,
Arakokra.
He's the man with the companion that doesn't speak, I think is the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's the guy.
who doesn't speak but smells.
I think I think the person he's with is a snake.
I think he's with a snake. I suspect he's with a snake. Or maybe he's a mute Yuan-Ti or something. I don't know.
Speaks but smells.
So, yeah, so
Doesn't
also
speak but smells.
Also, there is a man
Doesn't.
who wanders Cholt and may give assistance. He has a companion who does not speak but smells. But we would have to find him first. Basically.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
unless he's one of these people that's been like, got your nose.
So
He's just travelling around with some geezer's nose.
I mean, there is a possibility
Just
that
a word.
we could return to Enete's temple and possibly to coin a human phrase, cash in some good faith.
Yes, there were also, I believe the people at the Temple of Savras would be keen to hear our information that we have gathered from the Snake Man thing, right? Because it was the Temple of Savras guy, like, even though he was, like, befuddled and didn't know it was happening, he was the one that was like, go over here, see what you can find. So we could go be like, look, you had a vision, you might not remember it, but we've got information if you want it, baby.
Also, totally not just speaking for myself here, but it might be nice to hang out with more than just furbugs.
Hey.
We just look at him. Dead silence.
What is wrong with furbolgs?
Is there something wrong with our company? Keller,
Well, nah, I'm joking, aren't I?
Sometimes
Alright.
I don't understand your jokes, but I think that might be because if I was to write down out of 20 what I think I'm good at speaking like, it would only be a 9.
I'll tell you what, Fern. As soon as we get to Port Nyanzaru, we'll have a good old knees up, good old drink, and we can have a good old long chat sesh.
A chat sesh.
My
That
favourite
sounds
thing
lovely,
about
Keller.
that is that me and Fern's charisma modifier is the same, and we are just the opposite ends of the spectrum of bad charisma.
I can show you a few things about the world that'll blow your little mind.
I mean,
Alright.
Keller
Calm
keeps
down,
complaining
Aladdin.
about traveling with furbolgs. We could, stop by Camp Vengeance again and remind him how good y'all company is.
True. I can show you the world.
Yeah, I mean, we could go pick
being
up a couple of hoomies if you want, Rob.
No, we're right.
If being around furbolgs is very upsetting to you, I could always, and then I'm gonna like squeeze my nose and shake my head and then disguise self as like someone that looks kind of like Keller, because I don't think I've probably met that many elves in my life. Like a kind of weird mutant Keller.
You are like
Ah!
Oh, all right, geese. That's what you say, right?
Oh man, we're not getting anything done this session.
Oh
Nada.
my god.
Oh boy.
All right, geese.
Okay, I'm finding that dragon.
On my own.
Okay, so
Victor, where you at?
y'all had the
We go,
encounter
we
in the
leave.
morning. Y'all spent the rest of the day gathering food and preparing it.
Cool. We've done 1 day so far, guys. Good job. Good hustle.
Time
We've been
10
playing
past
for
8, 10 past 8. It's fine.
70 minutes.
So there's the weather for tomorrow. I mean,
Oh,
pretty
fucking
decent
hell.
traveling conditions.
All right, let's fucking go.
Do it. Let's go.
You know when Meadow's on a mission, like let's fucking zoom back.
All right, cool. So, the night passes, no problem. Let's go ahead and you're going to cut cross country, correct? Just like straight line it to the mouth of the Aldani Basin where it reaches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just give me 1 second before things happen, because I am re-preparing Goodberry. Because I don't want to get to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot to do that. Do you know what I mean? So that's done. Morning, prepare my spells. Cool.
All right. Navigation.
Yeah.
And because we are heading back, I'm going to shortcut this. So basically, I'm going to roll the weather. I'm going to roll whether or not you'll have encounters. We'll roll navigation. And I'm only going to ask for the perception rolls if y'all are going to have an encounter.
Okay.
Because I just want to speed this because...
All right, cool. Is anybody giving Meadow
Yeah,
advantage?
you're going to have advantage for all this. Because...
Cool. Nice. Let's go.
Perfect.
Get the zoomies. Good.
Yeah.
I'm really glad. 15.
Am I doing perception?
We're not.
We're not-
Coach just said we're fast
speed
forwarding.
running.
Fast forward. Okay.
Kirk will alert us if we need to roll
Yeah.
perception.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically.
So
Cool. Move your party token.
shit.
Ah,
We good
basically
again?
the same weather. Yep. Go again. Okay. Cool.
Fuck me. 26.
Move your party token.
Weirdest game of chess I've ever played.
Just somebody tell me about the weather, would you? Because I'm like on my
Oh
character.
yeah, sure.
It's
We're
been pretty much consistently at 33
We good?
with light wind
Yeah?
and light rain. Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, you're
Let me
getting a
get
nice
those-
tan,
let me
mate.
get those perception checks.
There we go.
ooh perception checks. Okay. Woo.
Oh.
Good boy.
Yikes.
21. Come at me, dinosaur.
Oh, I fucking a 19.
Oh, 9.
My very expensive guitar has just appeared on the sofa. I don't know where that came from. And it's just resting on the sofa, and I feel like that should probably be on its stand.
You're being haunted by the
Go
ghost.
and
of
go and
Molly.
move it if you need to.
I
Rather
probably
Jimi
than-
want-
Hendrix, is that you?
Yeah, I'm just going to give me my guitar because it was, a reasonable amount of money.
Just while Josh isn't here, Kirk's preparing whatever Kirk's up to. I will have every day tried on a different humanoid to. Oh, you don't like gnomes? Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm 7 foot tall again. I need to not be on stream right now. I just saw the tokens page, but only the tokens page. So.
Oh, cheeky. Cheeky.
I was reading about Fae on the Forgotten Realms Wikipedia only a couple days ago.
Oh,
I will not impart the information that I know, because I only know it as Prudence and not as Fern.
It's okay because
But
Kirk doesn't
Me
know it except for very tiny bits, so it'll all be wrong anyway.
fair enough.
Right,
Kirk's gonna
so
make it up.
what's happening? Are we just doing perception rolls right now? Do we know what's
Yeah.
going on?
Don't
Not
think-
yet.
I don't know what's going on yet because I'm setting up the battle map.
I've been turning into
Ooh.
different
Got a map.
humanoids every day and upsetting
I'll be back in
upsetting Keller. I have to say my favourite nickname you've had all game was definitely Daddy Poo Poo.
Yeah, Daddy Poo Poo.
Daddy Poo Poo was very good.
Yeah, for those watching the stream, I keep changing my Zoom name depending on what's happened in the in the game and in the chat. So yeah, Daddy Poo Poo was one of them. It's currently sitting at Fern Keller Sim. So
Yeah, well, you know, bless her heart. She keeps trying to befriend you. She's very overbearing. It's very intense. She's got a low charisma because it's very like, will you please be my friend forever?
what's hilarious is Keller is full on friends with Fern, but he'll never let her know.
No.
He'll never let her know. He's quite fond of her.
I think that we just kind of alluded to. I actually really like that we have the same charisma modifier, and it's just like I'm like I don't speak and I hate people and I'm nervous and anxious around them, and you're just like, be my friend.
Family
Like
trait,
I wouldn't necessarily want to talk to Fern at a party, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you'd be if you made introductions within the first 5 minutes, you'd be there all night.
Yeah.
So,
Bless her.
I take it we're going to be traveling in your normal traveling order.
Yeah.
Meru guiding, Keller behind, then Annette, then Briar, then Fern.
Yeah, I guess so.
Are y'all going to be keeping space between each other? Or are you going to be staying close?
Yeah, like a normal amount of walking space between us, I think is probably about right. It probably is like we're all probably
So
like
in a
bunched up.
typical straight line,
Yeah.
with no spaces between, like no 5-foot gap between.
I don't know. Are we in a straight line or are we walking like partially abreast to protect Annette in the middle?
Ooh.
Tell you what, I'll pull
We
y'all
could
back to the
walk
landing
like
page.
a five on a dice with Annette in the middle. I wouldn't mind that.
I've pulled y'all back to the landing page, so go ahead and move your tokens. I'll stick Annette over here, and y'all can just put y'all tokens around Annette however y'all want.
So like we could do either like right up close on each other or like here, there, and there, or we can do like a slightly different formation. Like we could either do it like that, or we could do like closed in, so we're all.
I reckon we were
5
probably.
feet.
I reckon I was probably at least slightly snuggled in. It's just a RP thing, you know.
Remember, y'all aren't
capturing.
5 foot wide, right? You threaten a 5 foot space. So like if y'all keep that 5 foot grid mark between y'all are like 10 feet apart.
Yeah, we're all like having to talk to each other, like, hey.
I think that's probably more like it. Than
Yeah, I think that looks accurate to me.
Grandma's rear guard.
Our right hand side is the weak point of the group.
It's not. You've got a really high AC.
I do actually have an extremely high AC. It's true. My beautiful shield with my beautiful carving of a waterfall in it.
It's actually the weak part of the group is the front.
Oh yeah, but you can just wild shape. You can be like, no, I'm an ape now.
Oop. I'm not a Cycle of the Moon, so I don't really have good forms.
Oh yeah, okay, fair. Oh, I love moon druids so much.
Yeah.
Can you be a monkey?
I can be, but like they're just like not good. Like I can basically just be like the worst version of like whatever. So I think at level 4 I could be like a CR1 thing or something, or maybe like a CR half thing.
Yeah.
Like my like the real power of a shepherd druid comes like from like level 5 basically. Anyway, you can start like summoning in creatures with like third level spell slots and things, and have obviously like the totem's really good and stuff. That fucking unicorn totem is the clutchest thing.
With the healing word, it's so good.
Fully couldn't believe how good that was. I was like, I'd never done it before, and then I was like, oh, this is actually really good. Okay.
Like, really good.
Okay, take y'all over to a map.
It's just
Think you
regular
can
ass.
all see?
Are they baboons?
Can y'all see?
Monkeys!
Yes?
Yeah.
Y'all can see. Alright, cool.
Oh fuck.
Zoom out, actually.
Put the turn rover up.
Does Keller get confused thinking one of them's Fern?
Because she's been turning into loads of shit.
Classic role.
And then she's
Josh
like,
there.
Keller, why are you screaming?
Remember to select your token before you roll initiative.
A monkey's good eating because we might be able to smoke some up, boys.
Smoked baboon.
Smoke me a monkey, I'll be
Give
right
me
back.
that rum.
Oh no, that's not promising. That 19 that just appeared on the turn order.
Oh, no.
Look at Robin hand delivered dinner.
Best housemates.
Yes, they are. That is very true.
Right. So, let's Keller.
Don't forget
rolls his initiative.
the fighting drums
Oh
in
yeah.
Sirenscape.
Yeah. Let's change over to some battle music.
Bit of drum and bass.
That Thomas the Tank Engine Goth Rave video.
Yeah.
Ah, I fucked up. I mean, I've rolled initiative, but I fucked up clicking the token. Sorry.
Alright. Some people.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Oh no.
There we go.
Cool. Alright, and I'm not rolling like a bajillion initiatives for monkeys, so they're all going.
Oh,
Oh no,
that's
they're
really
all
bad.
going.
This is super bad with that many of them.
Looks like it's ape escape time.
It's fair. I really did turn that down. Okay. Because they're the ones taking issue with your presence. So it makes sense that they're going first.
In all fairness, if we'd have known that they were coming, I'd have just like speech of like Leaf and Beast and just like skirted around them. In fairness, because I can talk to animals.
I mean, depends how crazy they are.
Because we set a precedent for it. We've done it before with the Triceratops. I don't like fucking up with animal shit if I can help it.
True that.
But we need to get to level 5.
We're milestone
That's
proof.
not
We're milestone.
Fenrir speaking. That's clearly Prue speaking.
Yeah, I mean, y'all
you're
are
horrible.
milestone-ish. I mean, like, y'all have to have some content to achieve those
What
milestones.
if the milestone is defeating 5 random encounters?
What if it is?
What if it is? Maybe.
I'm currently GMing a D&D pre-written adventure where the leveling is done by just how many random encounters you survive, so
I will say, like,
you never know.
Doesn't mean
I'm
you have to
doing
fight
this
them.
whole milestoning thing, but it's not actually milestone for Tomb, it's XP grind.
Oh right.
So like
Okay.
I'm trying to
Balance
work
it.
it, and it's like if y'all don't have any kind of encounters whatsoever, then it gets hard to justify.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Fine. Fair
Um,
enough.
So
fuck those monkeys.
I will
I guess
say,
we're fighting
like,
these monkeys then.
Do it for the XP.
it's one of those things where like they're chilling out in the tree, you know, they're sleeping through the heat of the day, and it's your movement that makes them move, and so like that's what sparks it all off.
You just say that they're the undead monkeys or something, and that we have to kill them. Make them feel better. Good.
Well, wait. So they're going to start off by throwing rocks at you. Well, tree things at you. Whatever. Which they don't have a stat for, so we're just gonna do just roll it as a bite.
It's very good.
Yeah.
You know, bonobos are the only type of monkey that make love in the missionary position.
There we go.
Like,
They like to look at each other in the eyes as they climb down. The only apes aside from us that do this.
Rob, seek help.
As soon as Rob said bonobo, I was like,
Yeah,
I know what Rob's gonna say.
Just a fun fact for you all, chat.
As soon as Rob starts speaking, I'm joking.
Rob's
I'm joking.
name on Zoom is now Monkey Pound Time.
No!
Yo! Wait, no, why are you making it day? Why are you making it day?
Yeah.
Monkey's just got bank.
That's what to say. I hardly.
Ape's got that sterling though,
I
yeah?
was about to say I doubt that they traded sterling and
Okay.
shalt.
So, I'll say that
How'd you know?
Fuck off, Rob.
this first monkey hops out of the tree and attempts to bite Veteran, but a 14 won't.
No.
Let's see what they're. I'm gonna get here and gonna throw a rock at you because but that won't hit you either. This one's gonna hop over and try to bite Keller. And fail.
No, thank you, Satan.
Sapien. You mean sapien.
To attract a female partner, male capuchin monkeys will urinate on their own
Please,
hands and then
fur.
rub it through their fur.
Fern, please cease and desist at once.
And y'all complained at me! I gave you a wholesome fact about monkeys making love, and Prue is talking about monkeys urinating on each other.
Oh Lord.
I'm
Boy.
done. I'm shook. Shook, chat.
Sibley.
Wow. Okay, so this monkey threw a rock, critically hit you.
Yes. Did one
I
whole
don't
damage.
How does it get to a 0? Just out of interest.
It's because they technically don't have a throw stat block, so I hurried up and threw one in there, and I didn't account for critical hits when I was throwing it all. So it's 2 damage. You
It's
take
2.
2 damage from a rock.
I'll get wrecked, I guess, buddy.
I need healing. Can someone revive me?
Ryrin casts.
The
Get next
first,
on, boys.
the first primate in space was a rhesus macaque named Albert. On June the 14th, 1949, Albert was
Yep,
sent
that
into
hits. I'll take
space.
a whole lot of damage.
Wow.
This one's
Oh,
gonna
wow.
attempt to bite Fern.
This is where like it crits and it's like 70 damage. We're like, oh no!
Oh.
It managed, actually.
Bad monkey.
Okay,
Uh,
so you take 1
ouch.
point.
Because we're... Yeah, 19 hits.
It's gonna throw a rock at, I don't know, pick Veteran or Fern. I don't care.
I'll sit at Meta and why not?
Okay. Doesn't matter because it won't hit. This one's gonna throw a rock at Briary. Won't hit. Also gonna throw a rock at Briary. Won't hit.
Brandon, you're getting hit by so many rocks.
They're just bouncing off me, and I'm just all like,
And that one's not even within range to throw. So, that's their turn. Keller.
Keller is gonna do the most unexpected thing. Y'all ain't even about to see this coming. Keller is going to cast Speak with Animals and attempt to reason with these monkeys.
All right, post up the description for Speak with Animals for me.
The male howler monkey has the loudest call of any other primate and is one of the loudest animals in the world. Interestingly, the louder the howler monkey, the smaller its testicles and the lower its sperm count.
That explains so many things.
All right. What are you saying to these monkeys?
Friends! Can we not have peace here? We only mean to pass through this land and leave you to your ways and your culture. We do not mean you harm, and we will leave swiftly as the sun doth rise in the sky and set, as swiftly as the rain doth fall from these heavens to the ground.
Cool. So once you cast it and you start speaking, what you're hearing from them is, "Go, go, get out, go, 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 go."
Right, well, you heard the ladies. Let's go.
We heard nothing.
They heard.
I don't actually know. All the furbolgs kind of get an
yeah,
idea
we do.
because we all have
Speech of beast
yeah.
and leaf. Yeah.
speech of beast and leaf.
That
Just
doesn't
waiting for
let
all of
you
your
understand
faces to be
them,
like-
It lets them understand you.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
Meadow gets it because of his shepherd thing. I get it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
No, you gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions.
Okay.
So they do get it.
Right. Anything else?
No.
You still have movement. You just gonna stand there?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get the fuck out of there. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Using the old full movement, I'm going to go. What way are we heading? North, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Up.
Yes.
Slowly along this path here. You get oppo attacks maybe from two of them.
Yep. Let me make my opportunity attacks from 3 of them.
Love that they're like, get out of here, and we start leaving, and they're like, no,
Mom.
fight me, bitch.
Does an 18 hit you?
Yep.
So the one that jumped on you, like when you're trying to run away, it's still clinging on, and like when you start to move to go, it opens up this spot in your armor, and it just bites down on you. You take 3 points.
Motherfucker.
You can still talk to it. Tell it to fuck off.
Oi! Get off!
18 hits you.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they have a negative modifier, and it bites you for 0.
Brilliant. Oi! And you!
So you end up with a little scratch. That's fine.
Don't make me come back there.
All right, Briar.
Was that your? Oh, of course you cast something, didn't you? So, Byron can. Oh no, I can't hold a movement, can I? Like I can't.
You can technically hold a dash, couldn't you?
Could, yes, which would give you 30 foot of movement.
Yeah, I want to move with the nete, but so that. Well, I think at this point we're all just getting out, aren't we? We're just.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave them be, I guess.
I didn't even put an nete on that order.
Yeah, Briarin sort of steps through, so she's going to take this route. So she's going to take opportunity attacks from all of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll take another 6 squares in a minute once you.
And that they rolled a better initiative than all of you.
5, 6. Is that right? I seem to have gone further than Keller. You only moved 4 squares, Keller.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
What's your movement?
30 foot. There's 6 squares.
Oh, not bad.
Because we're not difficult terrain, are
Yeah, I'm 35, so
So you got 7.
should be a bit, yeah.
So you should actually be 1 more up.
Oh,
I'll continue to move
could mean not being able to count.
as part of a dash action. Because I haven't taken an action yet. Or should I? No, I'm gonna wait for everyone else to catch up first. but I have the ability to catch up.
I will say
That makes
that
sense. People can pass
Annette
me.
held her action to see what y'all did, and then when y'all started running, we'll run with y'all.
Nice.
You've already sucked all the opportunity attacks up, which is good.
Oh right. Oh okay. Fair enough.
Because they only get the reactions, don't they? It's a reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is that you done then?
Yep.
Alright. Cool. Fern.
I'm gonna follow the gang, taking whatever that does to me. Kind of, you know, if they're gonna attack me, they're gonna attack me. But I'm also gonna cast a spiritual weapon as my bonus action. Oh wait, maybe I'll take the disengage action. I will.
Okay.
I will take the disengage action because I was gonna dash, but actually, if everybody else is going at normal pace, I'll go at normal pace. And then my bonus action, I will cast spiritual weapon and just summon it here, so that it's kind of like blocking the back of us, but not actively threatening them.
That's fine. I'm not going to grab it because I'm pretty sure y'all are all leaving. So, Meadow, I assume you're leaving as well?
No, Meadow flies into a rage and murders them. No.
Okay.
I mean, he's done it before. He's done it before.
He has done it before.
He's actually done that before.
Okay.
No, I will take the... to be fair, like, did this one swipe at somebody? Did it swipe at Keller already?
Yeah.
Then I will just move 1, 2, 3.
As soon as it hit Keller.
If it's hit you, it can't hit me.
Uh-huh.
What was that, 3? 4, 5, 6? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yep.
And then I will just for a buffer, throw down my bear totem, and everybody gets 9, 10 hit points.
Okay, cool. So the objective is to piece the hell out of them, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just concerned that it's one of the, even like Annette's got pathetic health, and even though they deal pathetic damage, they genuinely could kill her. So I'm gonna give her like a 9 hit point buffer.
Which means that they literally cannot kill.
Yeah, not like if they start attacking like Annette or whatever.
Yeah, they're going to throw rocks at you. They're going to
fine.
throw
They can
things
what
and
they
hoop
like.
and holler, and y'all are
That's
gonna run
fine.
off, and it'll be cool. So go ahead and stop that. Stop this music.
Alexander I, the king of Greece, died from sepsis after being bitten by one of his pet monkeys. His death led to a war that killed over 100,000 people.
Wow.
The hell? Y'all, ancient Rome, sort yourself out. You need to have a word with yourself.
And monkeys, man. The
mean, they
monkeys
did.
Murdered everybody.
They did.
All right. Cool. So, there was your encounter for today.
Sort it out, sort it out. Julius Caesar 23 times. They did.
This
You already
king
did, they had a
was
real conversation about
actually the king in like 1893. So a little
not
after
ancient.
Caesar, a little bit after.
Just a tiny bit
Little
after.
bit, just a
Small
yeah.
amount after Caesar.
Like, we-
Alright, cool.
So,
We've already rolled the survival and stuff for today, right?
yes. Oh. I should be getting foraging rolls as well.
Okay.
After, well, y'all are eating the 3 days first.
Yeah, we've got 3 days left anyway.
So that's 2 days that we've done. So this is the 3rd day. Your party token should be at least 1 more hex forward. Let's.
Is this like prairie almost, like more of like a grassland than a jungle?
It's hill and brush. It's the plateaus, and it's like rocks and boulders and fields. So yes, it's more grass than jungle.
Is it more shitty to
Forage.
like no? Is it more shitty to navigate than jungle?
Oh.
No, it's easier to navigate than jungle. Harder to
fine.
forage.
In which case, especially knowing we've got a day's rations, I'll take the easy day travel.
All right. So weather.
Heavy wind.
Heavy wind, steady mist, no big deal. Cool. So, this is your last day of pre prepped foods.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Smoked.
let's see.
Like the one like in Animal Crossing when you eat a fruit.
Love that animation.
Let's see.
Great animation.
All right. That's kind of cool, I suppose.
Good.
He was
What?
fucking sat there before everybody got here this evening. He was sat there bitching about how he's never rolled a random encounter in his life, and here he is, Mister fucking 3 random encounters in like a 4-day span.
So, your day travels on, no problem. We're gonna do typical watches.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yep, I'll go first. Boop. We're classic 9.
Is Meadow next, or is it Keller next? I can't remember.
Meadow next.
Meadow next.
And then Keller, and then Briar.
Cool. I will cast Dark Vision, and then give myself my perception check.
This is the day after the monkeys, right? We've had a nap, or is this the night of the monkeys?
This is the day after.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
Cool. I'm gonna give myself long rest then.
Oh yeah, I should probably change my fucking.
I'll remove
20 perception.
remove 2 salves.
Salves.
Oh yeah, good shout.
Third watch.
It's Keller, I think.
Hello, Keo.
13.
It's not as bad as 9.
So as you are taking watch, you hear flapping wings.
Yeah, boy.
And then you see a bunch of monkeys.
The fuck's sake.
Oh, no!
This is
Right.
fucking Queen Oz now.
The flying monkeys.
And then you see a whole buttload of flying monkeys swarm into the camp
Nice.
and attempt to grab things
Oh.
and fly off.
No.
Seeing this, Keller instantly gets up, draws sword, and shouts, "Wake up! Fuck off, you pricks!"
All right,
Cool.
cool.
Wow.
So I'm not gonna pull a stud map for this. Well, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a token for a monkey, because this isn't going to turn into a full encounter.
Unless,
We'll just
you
do
know,
this on the landing page,
Nanny
so
turns
you'll
up.
have
They're
access
gonna
to your
nip.
tokens.
Nick enough of our stuff that we're gonna have to go to
Nanny.
poo-poos.
Yeah.
Dickheads.
Dickheads.
I-
I genuinely thought Kirk was gonna say, and Nanny Poo Poo comes striding out of the fucking forest.
She's
I mean, on
riding
the-
them.
Yeah.
She's
Honestly-
got 2 flying monkeys on her feet, and she's like, "Yeah!"
Honestly,
Who's here?"
on the bright side, the 3 people that use like hammocks and tents and stuff are currently in them. Keller obviously just meditates, so he doesn't have much need for it.
It's all right. That's why I drew out the longsword so I can cut them ropes down to get you out the hammocks.
Oh.
Still getting up from
Oh.
prone, but just like from a considerably lower.
So, like, that's what I thought was interesting. Like, the encounters for this game have like really been on par with where we are in the story. Like, y'all encountered the Aldani when y'all were approaching the Aldani Basin. Y'all roll these flying monkey encounter when y'all are like right by, you know,
Nice now.
Nanny poo-poos.
Mini Poo-Poo's place. So let me throw up the turn order,
These things are kind of cute, though, honestly.
and
Yeah, they
y'all
are.
can roll initiative.
Well, all of them.
Oh, it's adorable.
I got 3. I got fucking 3.
What? Medarin actually rolled double-digit initiative.
Hell yeah.
That's actually the first time it's happened, I'm pretty sure.
I just,
Oh,
so,
Jesus.
so,
Wow.
Wow. Y'all have all rolled
Wow, we suck.
initiative. I'm going to go ahead and share this with y'all.
Oh
it's
wow,
so
it's so
cute.
cute. Holy hell.
Okay, that's fucking adorable.
I will kill it though.
I will.
Yeah, no, it's fully.
absolutely.
If it's fully gonna die, but look at its tail. It's got
it
a
is
little
very
spotted tail.
Got a little actual like angel.
And that little mohawk as well.
I was expecting like the flying monkeys, a la fucking
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, fucking.
That's what Nanny Poo Poo had, giving her fruits and stuff.
I feel less intimidated by Nanny Poo Poo now.
Yeah, I don't think she's a hag anymore. She's
Yeah,
clearly,
let's go say
she's
hi.
clearly an avatar of a god.
So,
These are clearly angels.
let me roll initiative for
Stop
the
stealing my
monkeys.
stuff, you fucking pigeon monkey.
Oh my god, it's so freaking cute.
I don't know if I've got a way to like.
It literally looks like Google.
All right.
It does a little bit.
Briarwren is sleeping. Meadowwren is sleeping. Flying monkeys come in and attempt to grab stuff.
They just grab Keller because he's like the smallest one.
Yeah.
Are you though?
Inete!
I'm pretty sure Nete's a whole lot smaller than you.
Fuck! I was thinking, yes, Furbolg.
Yeah, if they start picking up members of the party, I'm gonna start actually killing them. But until then, I'm gonna just try and scare them out.
At them.
So, I have some idea of what they're doing. So basically, this horde, there's 12 of them, fly into the camp and they start landing on like packs and near the fire and things like that, and they're pulling through stuff. Your turn, Keller. You've drawn out your sword. The monkeys are digging through your companions' packs.
So I'm just going to sort of run up to them. I don't want to necessarily attack them. I'm just trying to scare them and sort of like waving the sword about and trying to be like, fuck off, and making some noise and that sort of thing.
Roll an intimidation check.
Go on, Keller. Got to be good for something, ain't ya?
I'll try. 25. It's a
He crit!
crit, boy.
So fucking scary.
Get it, Keller.
So as one, they just launch back off into the air like you're a freaking dinosaur or something, and just piece the hell out.
Fern screams and falls out of the hammock because it's very scary.
This happens at like
Briar,
1 a.m.
Yeah, Briarwren with her initiative probably just immediately stands up before she's even awake. There's nothing, but she's just like, what's going on?
You can roll a perception check, Keller.
Nice one, Callum.
13.
Cool. The monkeys flew away.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Is Annette still there?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I don't know. Roll a perception check.
Fuck's sake. Hello, I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Still here.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna bring Irene into a one-shot one day.
You really do.
So I'm gonna go ahead and clear off the initiative tracker.
Whew. See, I knew he was good for something.
That was not good for my heart.
Everyone reduce your, everyone
Oh,
except
no!
for, everyone except for Keller, reduce your rations by 1.
Okay, that's fine. That seems like we got off pretty well there, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shield
Could've been
guardian
worse.
amulet stolen, hopefully. I probably will go through my things in the morning. We shall
True
see.
that.
I
Who
mean,
did that?
if that hadn't been like a super great intimidation and they'd been given time, there's no telling what they might have won off with.
True.
I say we go to Poo-Poo's and demand our rations back.
Oh, 5
Not
rations.
worth it.
man.
Fully not worth it.
No, only 4. Keller didn't get any stolen.
All right.
on it like a wet.
Well, I mean,
flag.
like Keller's got like 2 rations, and I think like Bryan's got like 3. So
I'm down to 4 now. Yeah, 4.
I'm down to 5.
I'll
I'm cursing at it.
I'll give Grandma one of my rations, so she's back up to 5.
Oh, thank you.
Keller can starve.
Literally.
Keller, I'll give you a ration.
Oh.
That's why nobody gives you anything.
Alright.
Oh, saucy.
Oh, speaking of saucy, I've just got an email from Nando's apparently.
Nana Poo Poo, I thought you were gonna say. I got an email from Nana Poo Poo.
Nanny poo poo.
This is coming through on the 4G.
So, I'm just gonna go ahead and move y'all here. Y'all are just outside of Mbala. And I think, I know we started a little late, but this is a pretty good place for a break.
Yeah.
Because, you know, bio stuff. So,
Yep.
we will be back in about 15 minutes. Bye.
I've got a nana poo poo.
Okay, everybody. We got tired of waiting on Rob. So, we're just gonna come back and play, you know, and if he dies in a combat that he wasn't here for, then he dies in a combat he wasn't here for. I'm a dick.
Wow. Yikes, dude.
God damn.
I won't let him die. I'm a life cleric.
Yeah,
I'll
I
poop him up.
mean between the life cleric and the shepherd druid, like you're probably okay.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not
cut him in
that
half.
worried about him. We'll go ahead and
So,
make
are
some
we
rolls
actually-
and keep going.
Are we actually on the right like square,
Yes.
are we?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Sweet, right, so I'm just going on the press.
I'm
Oh, I
gonna
had
need to do a rations roll, which I will do.
Yes.
Does someone want to offer me help?
I'm gonna give you...
What? Am I still making perception checks for this?
So, no.
We're at the
I mean,
point
you
where we
can if
only
you
need
want,
to
yeah.
find.
So
We're
it's,
actually at the.
I will
we're
say
ready to
that
find fire berries, 'cause I can just get
navigation and foraging can both be rolled with advantage, and we're just gonna weather
Sweet.
encounters
Cool.
and rolls.
Josh, I'll keep rolling it just because it saves you a spell slot if it comes to it, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's only a first level spell slot though, so.
Might as well do the survival just to see if.
So I guess the survival for food is just swapped to if we fail, Josh has to mark off a first level spell slot.
Yeah.
All right. Give me a sweet navigation to make sure y'all aren't lost.
Sweet.
19.
Cool. Move on to
very
the next
nice.
one. I'm assuming y'all aren't gonna go visit Nanny Poo Poo.
No.
26.
I visited her in the bio break.
So, yes, we're good. Foraging. I'll let you know. I'll do the foraging thing as to whether or not we're having an encounter. Let's just...
Will somebody
sounds-
just move the party token for me? Because I keep on getting lost
Yeah,
having
sure.
to getting like
There.
going between
It's
the.
done.
Cool.
Yeah, and now I will do more food.
Let's get a navigation roll.
14.
Cool.
Might be lost.
I will move
I
us.
don't know actually, because we're still on the plane, so it might be a
Yeah,
little bit more.
I will
fiddly.
always move us anyway, right? And then if we're lost, Kirk will secretly move us elsewhere. Cool. I've moved us
Cool.
for the day.
Where's my little person? There he is.
Uh-oh.
That's never a good sign.
Keller!
Yeah.
I also need a long rest because we've done like 3 days worth of.
Cool. Right. So this is gonna work. Yes, you did get lost,
Oh no.
but your encounter is with that same group of Emerald Enclave people who will put you back on track, and that will be y'all encounter today.
I'm
Oh,
gonna be
nice.
so thankful.
So we got lost, but then set back right.
Yes.
I'm
God,
gonna give
Emerald
them.
on
I'm
Clay,
gonna
we
give
love
all
you.
little guidance flowers. I know guidance is concentration, so it doesn't like count. But out of thanks, they're getting little flowers from my crown. Woo, woo, woo.
That works really well.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. Welcome back.
Hello. Sorry.
Rob,
Okay.
Robert.
So light rain, typical temperatures. Wow. Let's get a navigation roll. Cool. Y'all are spot on.
21.
Does this count as the tree line where I've put us there? Like, we're not actually in thick forest on this half and half square.
Yeah, I mean, like we've only got to go 3 more days, and then I literally can't fail.
So who has a perception score higher than 15?
I have 17.
I have 15, I believe. Yeah, 15.
15 or higher.
I have 5 rations, says Inete.
Cool. So as y'all are trekking along, anybody who has the passive perception of 15 or higher will notice 2 Aarakocra
Oh,
flying overhead,
Ooh.
heading in the direction of Kirsabal.
nice.
And that's your encounter today.
Nice.
Cool.
I shoot them out of the sky. No.
Okay. Roll a hit with disadvantage.
Hey, have you even got? Have
wouldn't.
you even got
Really
like a ranged weapon?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
It's not very good
Keller.
ranged. Oh,
She picks up Keller and throws him.
Oh, look, that's what. Yeah, pick up
Yeet.
Keller and
Just
throw.
yeet Keller into the sun.
Yeet this
rage
goddamn
and
elf.
Oh, I've come out of the bloody roll 20. God damn it.
We'll come back as your creepy
All right,
uncle.
cool. Well,
Don't fucking.
you missed the Aarakocra. They don't even notice.
Good,
I
thank God for that.
didn't do it! It was me! Byron would never.
I actually did play the first RPG I played with my friends. We played Urban Shadows, and I said, "Guys, whatever you say happens."
Oh, shit.
So,
yeah.
and within 5 minutes, somebody had murdered a child.
I'm not,
Oh!
we know that
Wow.
I am like
I can't.
generally.
I can't play that
if
game.
you say it, it's happening.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't play those games.
It's fun.
No,
Right.
same.
So
I'm gonna
navigation and
yeah,
fooding.
Oh, yeah.
19.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I think Josh has just got some dark friends.
Well,
Frankie.
Oh,
He plays with me,
nice.
so. Cool. So you won't have to roll for tomorrow because y'all all have food for tomorrow too. Just because, yeah, I'm gonna really speed this up. Go ahead and move that party token again. I will say, so like me and Josh were talking pre-stream how like previously in y'all other sessions, like I was not getting random encounters. Like I was barely rolling double digits, if at all. And then today, that's like the 3rd natural 20 I've rolled for random encounters.
23 survival.
Ooh. I'll roll foraging.
Yeah.
And we're on the river now,
I've
so
moved
we're
us
good.
2 squares, yeah.
We're on the river now, so we're good.
Oh. They're all both 21s.
Okay. So I want. All right, cool. I suppose. Yeah. All right. Where's my mappity map? You know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I'm just not. I don't like the encounter. It doesn't add anything. Right. So I'm just going to basically roll weather navigation for the next several days to see if there are any delays, because now that y'all are on the river, you cannot get lost. So we'll just roll foraging. But no, I'm not even going to bother, because unless we have an encounter, it doesn't matter because you have spell slots available.
I mean, if we need to take a day off for tropical storms, I guess, or whatever, that's kind of the.
Mhm. 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 6 days down the river, not far from Camp Righteous. In fact, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, just past Camp Righteous. Y'all see that pack of hadrosaur grazing off with their young again, and I know y'all are going to avoid them and unfight them. So.
I mean, we're also on the river as well, so that means we'd have to go out of our way to murder them, like out of the canoe.
I don't know. Are you in one of your murderous rages again,
Well,
cousin?
I mean, technically, it happens in the morning, so it could happen like before.
Like,
y'all
as
actually
we're getting in the boat.
Yeah, get back. Yeah, because we don't sleep on the boat. So.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's been a while since Camp Righteous was the last place that Meadow flipped out. I did kill a lot of goblins.
Wow.
Well, Kirk bunched them all up and I cast Ice Knife.
No, I watched the stream.
It's good times.
It was.
what
That's
the-
where Figgy decided to wander into a
Oh, yeah.
horde of zombies.
And now we've got the lovely Renee.
This little like swoosh I've made.
Alright.
Wow,
Look at that.
it's very nice.
Very, like,
Very nice.
1950s. Very cool.
So,
Squishy.
Don't know, it's
Um,
1950s dance.
Yeah, like a flapper dress sort of thing, you know.
Now that's completely the wrong era.
I know. I just
It's
I
about
realised it
30
as soon as
about
I after
30
finished.
years too late, isn't
Yeah.
I'm a flapper. It's just vintage, you know, like
Yeah.
how people today wear all their 70s flares.
Just like that Guy Fieri hentai shirt you're wearing, so vintage.
That was such a bad callback. That was that was
It's not
painful.
hentai,
That was a
it's
painful
cute.
callback.
it? Jungle Man's Hentai Club.
What is this?
That's a little sneaky peek as to our pre-show earlier, folks.
That's the tame side of
In
it.
case you wonder, in case you were wondering. Oh, yeah, just
What we're
Kirk.
talking about.
It's because it's been a while since we've been kind of on this side of the map. We are making camp in the west rather than in the east.
mhm,
I know that like that was the precedent we set before, but
mhm.
just to remind the folks at home.
Sometimes you leave stream open and you see things out the corner of your eye and you're like, oops!
Ah. Oh God! Wait, are you still changing your appearance every day?
No, I was stopped.
Keller's gonna have like an anxiety disorder by the time he gets to fucking Port
Yeah.
Nianzaro. It's
Yeah.
just adrenaline 24/7.
On the last day, we'll jump out of the canoe and just start swimming. Just start swimming, screaming still the whole time.
Help
Oh.
me.
The piranhas took him quickly, but
Neve was saying in chat I should just be Renee. I'm like really upset you.
they left nothing but his leafy loincloth.
You know what? I don't really want to do this encounter either.
Even the piranhas
Oh,
didn't
well
want to touch
then.
the loincloth.
Look how much of an easy time we're having of it because Kirk just doesn't
'Cause
want us to fight stuff.
we need to make sure this happens all the time. It's just such a riot.
There are some times where encounters don't make
Yeah, don't
sense,
fit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
and this is one of them. So I'm not even going to roll random encounters anymore. I'm just going to roll the weather for the next several days.
Now,
Okay.
the weather.
It's raining sideways.
It's raining. Thank you, Ollie.
Ready sideways.
where's your umbrella, Ollie? Inside out, 2 miles away.
So you have create water, right? So and you have spell slots. So like there are several days where you've had to create water because it has not rained. But the wind has been heavy. And y'all will make it here. I will let y'all decide whether or not y'all want to do the coast thing again, or if y'all want to carry the canoe across land.
I think we did the coast last time, right?
Yes, it was choppy and whatnot, but manageable.
Perfectly doable.
We could drag it behind us. We're like, it's annoying, but it's not through trees.
It's also like
through
3 days.
grassland.
It's also like 3 days to Port Nanzari. So yeah, let's just fucking hoof it from here.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we're going overland.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get swept away in the Bay of Chiltern,
Yeah.
smashed to bits in the ocean.
You still can't get lost, and there's no real weather issues, and so you will arrive back at Port Nyanzaru.
Oh no, we're dead.
A bajillion
Sorry.
years after. I'm gonna have to actually like go count how many that was, but I'm pretty sure it's like 20 days that we've played now in this session.
Your record.
All right, so you have returned to Port Nyanzaru. I'm going to take you over to the Port Nyanzaru page that some of you
Oh,
have
wait.
never seen before.
Are we on the calendar of Harptos?
Huh?
Are we on the Harptos calendar?
We're on the
The
I
forgot-
Count Days calendar.
Okay, it's fine.
Ooh, the cool
I'm not a fan of Forgotten Realms
it's
lore, so I don't know it and don't bother with
I was asking in case we were, because then I was going to be like, are there any festivals soon? Can we go to a party? But that was prudence asking, not out of requirement.
Your sorcerer warlock is showing.
My every character build except for Fern is showing.
So you
Let's get
are
West Coast.
you should all be able to see the map now.
Yeah, Hogwarts. Cool.
You are all coming in via the old city down in the lower left.
I've actually not been here before.
This is the way y'all came out. Oh,
Oh, okay.
because I guarantee you didn't go out through the harbor because y'all didn't have the encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all walked
What are
out
these?
of this gate and then.
Are these like little sulfur mines or something?
So, that is the refuse pit. It's this giant cavern torn into the ground, and people go out and they dump their trash into it. Let's see if it has an actual legitimate
So with
description
them
to it.
Keller in there, yeah.
Ooh, Prue.
Wow. That was a Prue comment.
That was
That's funny,
mean.
yeah.
Last time I tweeted you.
That was mean.
Spicy.
So,
Spicy.
I'm sorry.
It's an enormous sinkhole that serves as the city's garbage dump. Every type of refuse gets tossed in there, up to and including dead bodies. It's a festering scar of garbage, rancid water, and vermin. Rats, insects, and ravens abound. Sometimes undead.
Okay, now I'm very sorry.
Although the
That
level
sounds
of
disgusting.
refuse Although the level of refuse in the pit rises and falls, the pit never gets full.
Wow.
Interesting.
I've been to a few places like that, to be fair.
That is what that is. As you come into the old city, I could read that for you. The road through the old city splits. The houses here are kind of run down. They're old structures that are barely patched together anymore. The only thing that's really distinguishable and kept up are what's called the Beggars' Palaces, which are these two large ziggurats in the old city that are connected via like a stone walkway that you have to pass under to get through the gates. And there's another smaller one as well, but the beggars' palaces are those two ziggurats. Um, the road before it is split by this 50-foot wide, 200-foot long, 15-foot deep pit in the middle of the road, perfectly rectangular and walled, with as you're coming in, you will notice there is a large crowd here, and they are all gathered around this pit. As you come in and you're, trying to make your way into the city, you hear a lot of betting going on. And it doesn't take a lot for you to learn that this is a monthly spectacle that happens where criminals are given the opportunity to prove / earn their freedom and innocence by making the run. It's called the Executioner's Run. They will be dumped in to one end of this pit,
Yeah, boy.
must run through the pit and successfully climb out. And if they do, they will be innocent. Any charges against them will be dismissed, and they will be free people once more.
Yeah, it's just running. It's not hard.
Today, the pit contains 3 velociraptors.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
Can I please put 100 gold pieces on the guy that looks like Chris Pratt?
Yeah, I was about to say, is Chris Pratt here? Can you make a perception check?
Well,
I knew it.
Oh, they do, of course. Of course they bet on this, because fucking humans.
do y'all want to bet on the survival of the 3 people who are running the run today?
No, I think Meadow is absolutely fucking horrified by this, and he already hates this place as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Same.
think Brian, kind of has a similar sort of disdain for this place.
Yeah, I think in the days coming up, like probably over the course of like 3 days up to Port Nyanzaru, like Meadows, the further away from civilization you got, the more like talkative or like responsive, and he was like standing a bit taller and stuff. And as like the city starts to like loom on the horizon, he sort of like shrivels,
Aww.
like he visibly
Aw.
wilts.
You know what? You 3 are all right.
Not too bad yourself. You are certainly better company than most. And she looks around.
Can we just
Let's-
go and buy what we need so we can leave this place?
Let's make this
Couldn't agree with you more,
as
mate.
possible.
So, you already know that once you enter into the gate, you are basically standing in the, you're like right next to the Grand Bazaar.
Yeah, above Bangrazar, which is where
Can you
We might
ping it
actually,
just so
like-
that I can see.
number 6.
Ah, there we are. There we are. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Our friend, well, I say our friend, our benefactor has a shop here. He might be here. If we can just arrange whatever we want to arrange, get some rations, get some information from the Temple of Savras and leave, that would be brilliant.
Oh, just a quick one on the quiet. Whilst we're here, this amulet stuff. What if we come across this geezer who wants this thing from you? What's the chat?
Well, we can't eat an amulet. Is kind of where
Its worth might be better distributed for things that we require, rather than the object itself.
Oh, I do worry that my cousin is right and that it has been lost for so long and that it has done no harm and that, in fact, by giving it over, it might do some harm. But also, we are doing ultimately Chult a larger service, and we do need, even with the best navigators and foragers and ability in the world, we do still get lost and we do still come up short for food.
It still does just sort of slightly harken back to a previous conversation we had during the time when we were messing with this amulet of, is this geezer's intentions good or...
He strikes me, he is a typical greedy human, and I think that a man of his material possession only seeks to obtain more material possession. The vibe that I got off him wasn't necessarily one of malice, but of greed.
That's fine, but then it's the question of who might he sell that to?
Yeah.
But I think that he has invested significant resources to not sell it and to just
Just
it.
collect it. Yeah. All right then. That's fine.
But that's obviously like Medarin's very
yeah.
possibly naive take of things. But the guy just seemed greedy to Meadow. He didn't seem like
That's
he was friendly enough.
He
like,
actually
wasn't
seemed
nasty.
quite nice compared
Yeah,
to
he
quite
wasn't-
a few.
He wasn't horrible.
I completely trust your judgment then, Meadow.
I
Why?
would be curious to know how he came to know of this thing in the first place.
He found notes, right? That was how we got hold of stuff. He found some notes and then
Wizard's Journal, which y'all
Yeah.
currently have in your possession.
Yeah.
He found notes and then sent people on an expedition for the thing.
My-
And obviously, we've come up.
My. Although I do not wish to disturb a place of peace where three different tribes could all come together and find peace, I mean, it's the perfect kind of place someone like Eldath would bless. We are here to try and fight a giant undead scourge that is apparently destroying all of Chult, and perhaps a giant robot man who is called a guardian on our side would be better served than money in our pockets. I'm not sure. It feels very much like we're on a knife edge here.
Well, I have 20 gold pieces, 43 silver, and 10 copper to my name.
You've gotten very good at counting money, cousin.
It's almost as if like it's right on my fucking screen.
You just didn't know what money was like a month
I
ago.
know, I fully
I'm
didn't
very
know what money
impressed.
was. I think I've genuinely sat there and counted them just to get used to it. Like it's kind of like one of my little
Part of, yeah.
my little downtime activities
Nighttime
because
rituals.
I'm kind of like I don't like it, but I'm kind of fascinated by it at the same time. So I mean, like I've got 20 gold to buy as many rations with as. Like we probably could do with re-upping the salve because it's an imperfect science. This is Josh speaking. We could do with re-upping the salve, but the salve isn't super expensive. Rations are expensive. But like between Goodberry, potentially, between like Goodberry and potentially like a 5th level incoming where you can create food and drink, we're probably it's probably not as desperate as I think. I think the main thing was that we took Anatea back and that we go talk at the Temple of Savras.
I think what we should do, this is just obviously because it's a lot to communicate in character, is go to this Temple of Savras first. Be like, we've returned your acolyte to you. She has news of the Red Wizards. And, give them that information. If they're like, thanks so much for the information, bye, then oh well. If they're like, thanks so much for the information, we owe a debt to you, here's 20 GP each or something. Even better, cool. I don't really know how that will shake out. And then I think we should say we want to speak to Sindra Sylvain and tell Sindra everything we've learned about who the Soulmonger is. because Sindra didn't give us much information, so I don't know if Sindra even knows their name. And so that Sindra, we can give Sindra the undead information, and then the final thing we do is the amulet, but we can ask Sindra. Sindra just seems extremely knowledgeable. They seem like they know a lot, and it seems like if we're like, hey, Sindra, you know the guy whose house you're staying in? Would he be better served by a shield guardian than us? And Sindra goes, do you know what? You might as well give him the amulet. We could be like, oh, thanks, mate. You're very helpful. Or if Sindra's like, shrug, I don't know. We can just make that decision ourselves. Is kind of what I was thinking we could do.
Sounds pretty sound.
Nice. Yeah?
I'm only here to make sure that you are achieving your goals and safe.
Who do you need to talk to that geezer, Gran?
Talk to. I wanted
You wanted to send a message, didn't you, to some fella?
to Willerin.
Yeah, that's the one.
That is something that I was planning to
She's
do
our
just as we
village elder.
left.
Oh, okay, all right.
I don't think I'm going to find what I need around here. Kirk, question
Yeah.
for mechanically, Byron has the spell Speak with Animals,
Mm-hmm.
and Beast Sense. Actually, the Beast Sense thing doesn't work so much. It's more the Speak with Animals. So, if I was to talk to a winged friend, a bird of some kind,
Mm-hmm.
like call one to me and speak to it,
Mm-hmm.
and ask it to deliver a small message that perhaps is tied to its leg or something, to where can it work that way? Because now we're closer and perhaps within a couple of days flight away from. Is that how that works, or
Maybe. I mean, not really. There's
Okay.
a whole nother spell for that called Animal Messenger.
Okay. Fair.
That actually might be a thing that I could stock. I don't think it's a particularly. Ow, I bit my tongue. A particularly
Oh,
high level
Josh.
spell.
You're okay.
Oh no, it's animal. That might be a thing I have, maybe not. Oh yeah, Animal Messenger, second level spell. So if you'd have communicated that with Meadow prior to today,
Yeah.
then
I mean
I'm
that's
happy.
kind of what she was talking about way back
Yeah.
when, and I like mechanically perhaps I would have known, but yeah, just she's her intention was to send a message.
So here's the thing
happening.
though. The problem is that the duration is 24 hours, and it
Yeah.
can cover 50 miles. So it's whether we, as the bird flies, whether we're within 50 miles of
I don't know.
Terrorin, which I don't think we are. I think it's 10 days, and I can't cast it at a higher level
Right. Okay.
because I don't have a spell slot of 3rd level or higher.
Okay. So Byron's kind of not thought that out very clearly, but yeah,
It
she'll
is,
just
as the crow flies, 50 miles from Port Neon Zaru to Terran.
In which case, then
that was lucky.
I will, if it's okay with you, Kirk, to retroactively prep Animal Messenger for the day, knowing that Grandma wanted to do that and knowing that I probably wouldn't need dark vision because we're in a city.
Yep.
I will prep Animal Messenger, and then can we just say for flavour that I call my little parrot to me, and that's the messenger?
Sure.
Is that cool?
Cool.
Alright. Cool. So I assume that you're just sending Willow a message to let her know that you have found
Exactly
the
what's
kids,
happening,
that-
yeah.
Alright, cool.
Very basic, but yeah.
So, what are the rest of you doing now that you're in Port Neon Zaru?
So
Savras,
we're gonna do.
Savras.
Let's do Prue's plan unless anybody's got.
Nope, that sounds
Input.
good.
Okay. So, heading to the Temple of Savras to escort Annette back. You travel through the bustling city, reach the temple. Annette thanks you very much for your time and your help, and hopes that you will stay safe and visit her again.
Oh yeah, she's a mate for life.
And perhaps if situations are better on your next return, she might once again accompany you. I assume that you will want to speak to Grandfather Zitambe.
Yes.
If he is willing to speak with us, and if you could put in a kind word, that would be most appreciated.
So, you will, she will go off and you'll be left waiting for probably about an hour or so.
In that hour, can I just ask Keller? Keller, do you want a spa day while we're here? After this, you can have a makeover and everything. They'll brush out all your hair and braid it into pretty patterns, and they'll make you smell nice. And Granny, you can have one too, and for free. They do it for free. It's really nice.
You're saying I don't smell nice?
Oh, you smell lovely. You smell lovely. They'll just make you smell different. A good different, but different.
Do you think I need to smell different?
No, you just seem like the kind of person who enjoys relaxing sometimes, like a steam on your face and that's all I meant. I didn't mean to say you were smelly.
Is self-care not part of your routine, Keller?
Keller leaves.
Wow, I mean, we've been through a lot together, and that was finally the straw that broke Keller's
Wow.
back.
That was it done.
That's it.
All right.
Perfume.
So, are y'all going up to the Temple of Sune?
Yeah, like
OOC, there's a temple to Sune, goddess of beauty and stuff, and if you go in, they're just like, makeovers, spa day, we'll treat you, and it's like pretty sick. And I didn't know if you wanted to go do that after we've been at the Temple of Savras.
Meadow does not like.
Out and gone to the temple.
Meadow does not like it in there.
No, Meadow hates it.
It gives him
they touch you a lot.
Gives him big anxiety.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Mechanically, the higher charisma you have, the less they pounce on you when you come in.
Oh, that's so interesting.
They assume that you know how to, take care of yourself. They'll point you to the features and stuff that are available. The lower your charisma is, the more they kind of force themselves on you to help you become
that makes so much
prettier
sense.
and cleaner.
Interesting.
Okay.
That's why our first round of it with our -1 group charisma was so atrocious.
All right, let's. So, are we gonna go to the Temple of Savras then? Yeah.
I think we're already there. We're
Yeah.
just in the waiting room, and I was letting y'all know about Spa Day.
Yeah, they were waiting for the guy to come back.
Annette and Grandfather Zitambe will come out, and he will say, you have had an interesting adventure, yes?
We have learned a lot, certainly. But that is why we are here, back again, seeking your wisdom, because your God might offer some additional insight that we cannot gain ourselves.
After my last vision for you, I'm reluctant to touch upon the things you asked me. There is darkness and danger even without being physically present, and it terrifies me. I am not saying that I cannot help, but that you would have to be much more specific in the information you required, and I may refuse.
It is fair. So I will turn to my cousin because she had an idea of what she might want to ask here.
One of your clerics or acolytes found us in a stupor at the market, all whoosh. You know, they didn't know what was going on in their brain, and they told us to seek a thing in the forest. I'll try and remember the exact words of it. Just let me check my notes here. I mean, she does have a big bag of notes.
I've got it. Speak to the Wise Guardian of Uralonga, west of Umbala. She can direct you to that which you seek. Collapsed on the ground, came round and walked off towards the Temple of Severus.
And we followed the vision, so I know that Severus concerns themselves with future sight and divinations, because Zinete has told me all about Severus, and I just thought your acolytes might want to know what was there, and we have that kind of information we can tell you. I mean, if you're interested, but what we found out there wasn't like a temple to Severus, it was to another god entirely. So I understand if you're not interested, but perhaps we have some interesting things about ancient relics and old guardians deep in the forest that might interest a powerful worshippers of God like you.
I think I know of the acolyte you spoke. Come, follow me. And they will lead you into the temple. And if you'll remember, this temple, there's a bunch of small curtained off rooms, etc., where the smell of incense permeates and everything. And he'll lead you deep into the temple, into a room that's actually actually has a solid door, and it's very well made, and it's carved with eyes, very thematic for the Temple of Severus.
This is a really nice door.
It will lead you in, and it will have you all sit around the room on benches or whatever. And he will pull up some cushions and sit on the ground next to his table. The day you left me, an acolyte returned to the temple, muttering. His mind was gone. I'm not sure what it was that he encountered, or what it was that he saw. But his ramblings, well, they were dark. Two days after you left, he threw himself into the refuse pit. I did not, what you are after is evil and dark. And as I said, to touch upon it the way we do is dangerous. It is the reason why I mentioned that I may have to refuse aiding you. I understand that you do good work. Inete is very vocal in support of your mission. I wish I could offer more to you, but I must consider the safety of the acolytes beneath me. So, if you have specific questions, I will see what I can do for you. But I cannot provide the same blanket viewing that I did last time.
I'm very, very sorry for your loss. You have my condolences.
Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, see, guys, I don't think so. I don't think this guy can do much for us.
Yeah, I don't think, we could ask him if he can, if we were to hand over this artifact to Watanga Otamu, if we think he's going to do ill with it, we could ask for that, because that's not directly pushing on, bad chult stuff, generally. That might give us an indication. Whether he's greedy or whether he's going to, murder people, I don't know.
Also, I feel I'm missing context because, I wasn't here at the start of this campaign as well. But why did this guy kill himself?
He was like a man. Basically, so we came here first. We got the big overarching vision about the big bad or whatever, and then as we were leaving, this mad seer guy grabbed us and told us to go to Utamu to go talk to the Guardian Naga. And I think that that vision of that Guardian Naga or whatever just broke him, basically.
I mean, do we want to investigate any further into this just to make sure it wasn't foul play, or are you happy that man was just crazy, seeing crazy shit, and didn't, failed his sanity check?
Judging by what context that Kirk has just given there,
Yeah,
I don't think it's foul play. I think that's just.
Could always
I think that is drinking.
Him.
I think that's him drinking too deeply of the cup, as it were.
Yeah.
Some cosmic horror shit.
yeah. Man failed his sanity check.
Yeah.
Your man went full Call of Cthulhu.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind asking this person about the Shield Guardian amulet. I just don't think he's going to have much info. I don't know how much he hangs out with the Merchant Princes. I'm suspecting not much. The only thing I remember about this guy is he was getting accosted by a load of dudes in like black leather armor last time we were here, and he was like, "Don't worry about it."
Oh,
So it might just
it's
be
that
worth.
kind of temple.
It might be worth
Right.
asking him if they're still bothering him.
You want it?
Yeah, I will. I don't think there is much we want to ask of you. It seems that you are. I don't know. I won't say struggling because you seem to have a capable hand on things, but you're doing good work to protect your acolytes here, and I can respect anyone who takes care of the people in their church. But I do remember last time we were here, there were some strange fellows kept accosting you and bothering you. I was wondering if that business is all resolved, or if we might be able to help you while we're in Port Nyanzaru. We're not planning on staying long, but we might as well make the most of doing good with the time we have here.
Yes, the Zentarum have, well, they were quite persistent in trying to get information. But they have been informed that there is no way I will assist them. It has caused problems, but measures have been taken to prevent problems from them.
They didn't come from any of the merchant princes or anything, did they? There's nothing like that untoward in your fine city here, is there?
No, this is the Zentarum. The Zentarum, they're always trying to seize control for their own benefit.
Okay. I guess we will leave you in as much peace as we can. Do look after Annette. We have grown fond of her. I'm sure you will, but we have travelled with her for some time, and she is a good person.
She is a
If not,
strong
we'll
soul.
be back.
You will be back regardless. So you're aware, the temple you're in is a divination temple.
Strangely comforting.
Got him.
Yeah.
I think that Inete tells me that you received some information in the matter she pursued. And that is not a matter that we pursue directly. We are about acquiring information. But from what Inete tells me, I do not think it would be wise to leave such things unresolved there.
Then, is it why? Can we just go back to the world map,
Sure.
Kirk, so I can remind myself of names of places? Thanks. We spoke to the Guardian at Mbala or Rolanga, and he said that we could find allies in Kir Sabal potentially, and also tipped us off that these red wizards were in the heart of Uptau, and that another adversary awaited us at the Peaks of Flame. Have you had any is it possible that you could gain insight as to what is more likely for us to succeed if we were to intervene at the swiftest moment? Is it wiser to head to the Peaks of Flame or to the heart of Uptau or somewhere else? I think that we know that great evil resides at both, and that we ultimately will try to intervene there. But can you provide vision or guidance on where we are more likely to succeed? They are both evidently very dangerous, but I do not necessarily want to frivolously throw our lives away when I think that we have a greater part to play.
If you are asking whether or not the great darkness that you sought earlier is more dangerous or less dangerous than the darkness that resides in the heart of Uptau, then I shall say that the heart of Uptau is less dangerous, for it has not driven Inete mad.
Okay. Then I think that we know in which direction we need to head.
Inete tells me that you are all strong, and that you are dedicated to this mission. You know I have strong feelings about how dangerous it is, and I worry that you are not ready. I do not know if you are ready for what resides in the heart of Uptau. That would require me communing and divining. I am only vaguely aware of the residents of Kirsaba. They seem to be good folk.
We had heard much the same from the Guardian, and I believe we were going to seek aid there before pursuing either course of action.
Yay! Thanks for the raid, Val.
Whee.
Oh, yeah. You missed the actual factual velociraptors. They were going to eat some criminals. It was
That's
pretty
true.
gross.
Probably still go back there after this conversation. Chris Pratt was there.
Yeah, but they didn't want to bet on his survival.
No.
Okay, so he says, I do not ask you to deal with the issues. Inete is young, and she feels like this has been burdened upon her since the visions came to her. It is for Inete that I will offer you 300 gold to deal with what resides in the heart of Uptau. Or at least find information concerning it. If this is out of your way or too much for you to deal with, there are many adventuring parties in Port Nyanzaru just now, and I can hire others. I am not willing to pressure you, but Inete has spoken a great fondness for your group, and I thought perhaps I could offer you this reward.
Hi, Rob.
Bye, Rob.
I think his internet's died.
Oh no.
Yay.
Oh.
Oh no! Oh no! All our faces on the Twitch stream is.
Yeah.
Oh well, I know this should be a discussion as a party, but I'm wondering if we say, yeah, sure, go down that river Tiyuki we were gonna go down, and then go across to the Arakokra, because he literally was like, yeah, you should probably go ask the Arakokra for help, and then go back across to the heart.
Genuinely, that was honestly the plan without the gold incentive.
Yeah, and we just need the gold anyway.
Honestly, like, Josh agrees, but I think what Medarin would say is that the gold is, and I cannot speak for all of my friends, the gold itself is a nice offer, but I don't know how much use that 3 furbolgs and a wood elf who spend their life in the jungle have need for it, though we would appreciate some amount to resupply us for the journeys ahead.
Oh, I think that's a fair thing to say.
We do not require the incentive as many adventuring parties might, but we are, because, as I've said, jungle dwellers do not particularly have a lot of gold. So any amount that could resupply us for a long period of time, like, honestly, like, is like 150 gold like more than enough?
I don't know, something that splits 4 ways
Easily. 200 gold, 50 each.
Yeah, like we
Is that
could.
lowballing
Yeah,
it?
I think that seems nice enough.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I don't know.
Rob's just got back, so
No, he didn't.
Not
Oh, it's so that the overlay
Yeah,
fits.
so the overlay fixed. I threw in another.
like a placehold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, like,
I don't know, being like, yeah, like you could ask any adventuring party, but we will go do it and we won't expect you to give us 300 gold. However, enough to give, like, line our pockets ready for the journey ahead would always be welcome.
yeah, money makes the world go round in the city, so we need enough money to resupply us. At the very
And
least.
also, like, I don't feel that guilty about taking it off a church that have a huge temple in a city that's all about trade. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, they probably have a little bit of money to spare.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of coming at it from like the Medarin kind of thing, where I'm like the last time I was in this city, I learned what money was, and 300 gold pieces seems an inordinate amount of money. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, like I'm just trying to do what like my character would sort of say,
I think
but
asking for less is good. I think, but I just don't know how much.
I don't want to just be like, nah, we're doing it anyway, mate. But because we do need some money to like get us going, so I don't know. I'm gonna
need something, doesn't it?
I
think you're right.
I just do think. I think what you said is fine. You know, I'm happy for you to broach this guy with a, hey, look, we won't take all 300 smackaroons of it, but 200 could definitely set us on the right track. And, you know, like, basically as well, if we find loads of treasure while we're out and we can repay him when we get back, kind of thing, we can just be like, by the way, here's 100 GP back. You know?
Yeah, Is that
I mean,
okay?
if that's the case, do we just take the 300 as it is and not worry about it? Because yes, we need to restock on like bits and bobs, but we could maybe get like a better
Some healing
canoe if we
potions.
needed to. We maybe
Yeah.
could get
Healing
some better
potions,
equipment
50
and
GP
armor.
each.
So maybe we just
True
take the
that.
whole fucking thing.
Because I mean, to be fair, we could take 300 by if the going rate of healing potions is 50 gold pieces. Don't know if it is, but if we can find healing potions for 50 gold pieces, we could get 2 healing potions in case of emergency, and then split the rest 4 ways and grab rations.
Yeah, I think that's good, and just be like, yeah, and unlike your standard adventuring party, we'll try and pay this back to you in kind if we can,
Yeah.
with the treasures we find on our journey.
Is that cool for me to broach Icy
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
fine to me.
then?
Those are plans.
We would gladly take this from you, but we don't do so simply out of avarice. We do it because it is the right thing to do. I cannot deny that we are short of supplies and money. And though I cannot promise what we find in the jungle, when we return, I am happy to give back what you have entrusted to us. We are forest and jungle folk. We have no need for it permanently, but I cannot deny that it would be useful in the immediate situation.
I think there is a failure to communicate properly.
Oh, he's gonna give it us when we get back.
I can offer you a reward for completion.
Yeah.
I
Fair
can
enough, mate.
give you a down payment. I cannot make loans. That falls to the Temple of Joaquin. They are the only ones allowed to lend money in this city.
Ooh. Sorry, we don't know how cities work. I apologize that we misunderstood
I
your
understand. That's why if I were to loan you money, the Temple of Joaquin would make it their mission to see my doors closed, and I cannot.
Could we not just give it back as a donation? Can we like backdoor it?
Well,
We
you're
do
a
not
temple.
wish to
surely
make-
you take donations.
Yes, and again, I can offer you a down pay. I cannot give you the 300 gold
Yeah,
without you having completed a service for me. The Temple of Joaquin has very strict regulations on trade here in Port Nyanzaru.
We do not want to make things difficult for you.
we would take whatever aid you could offer us in the meantime, because honestly, we need the assistance to even get to where you want us to go.
I understand. I can only offer you 60 gold now.
It's alright though. Right.
There's
It was a
nothing.
mission we were gonna do anyway, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, money for nothing is fine.
I came to this temple expecting him to be like, thanks for the information, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing Annette back though, bye.
Yeah,
So this is already like
infinitely better.
yeah.
I can offer you some assistance, however. If you speak to and he'll give you a name because I'm not making one up right now.
Yeah.
Some person they've helped in the past, whatever. And tell them that Severus has enlisted your aid, and that Grandfather Zatambe pointed you in his direction. They can offer you a bundle of supplies at a less profitable venture for them.
Rates, rates.
It's very kind of you.
But I'm afraid that is all I can do with the limitations that are upon me.
Fine, man. That sounds fine to me, lads.
So basically, 20% off if you bulk buy rations.
I think
Yeah,
that's probably
That's
what we're
literally
gonna
all we're
do.
buying anyway. We're buying insect salve and rations. So,
Yeah.
shall we head there, buy what we need, find somewhere to sleep, and then leave first light?
Sounds good.
I still think we should inform Sindra of the stuff we know, but only so that Sindra knows what we know, if that makes sense.
The concern there, though, is what if the merchant prince inquires about the job that we have?
We could do something really, really naughty, and just say we didn't find the amulet yet.
I think Keller might need to do the talking in that scenario.
I kind of look at both the grandkids and think they can't lie. I've seen them try and do it. They can't.
Can't we
I think
answer the
Medarin probably
grandchildren?
tried once about 70 years ago
We
and hasn't done it
him.
and hasn't done it since.
So,
Lying's horrible.
But before we leave, there's just one last thing I would like to ask. And it is that a friend of ours called Renee, she is a seer, she is a diviner. I don't know that she worships Severus. She's just extremely gifted at guiding her thoughts to the future, and she has gone away for a time and we're not sure where. And just if she happens to end up in Port Nyanzaru and she stops by here, just let her know we were thinking of her, and that we're planning on finding some Aarakocra friends and defeating the people at the heart. That would be really great.
very well.
Ding.
All right. So, where are y'all heading now?
Have we still got time to buy rations in the day?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Then straight there.
Yeah, you know I don't do the shopping thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
20% off of whatever the price was. Buy however many
What,
rations.
I don't know what
So
the.
I want to go in and talk to every shop vendor. I want a name, a backstory.
Cool. It was nice playing with you, B. Bye.
I was expecting it, to be fair.
I don't
was
play
They're
that.
5.
Please,
So
sir,
they're-
show me your wares.
What, how much off did you say? 20.
20% off rations.
Yeah.
Remember
So
to
that
ask
means
15
that
gold
rations
each.
rations are with that price 4 silver each.
Yes.
So you could get 10 for 4 gold.
Gotta buy at least 20.
Bro.
But yeah, no, I'm just trying to work the math out. So we got 50.
Byron's gonna dig around in her many pouches and pull out 5 very, very old gold coins and just hand them over to Medarin. I've had these for quite some time.
Well,
Hopefully.
we will just. Right, so 10 rations is 4 gold. So
We could get 100 rations for 25 gold.
sure. Well, if we can,
Yeah.
well, we could carry them,
Nice,
couldn't
isn't it?
we? I think like split
Yeah,
between
I
3 and the
think-
furball.
I
Ah,
think
yes,
if
y'all
we,
could.
I
Split
think,
between 3 furbolgs,
well, if we
probably.
spend 50 gold, we can get 200 rations. I don't know how many we want as a group between
I've got
us.
39 gold. We need insect repellent as well. We need to
So
top
I'll
the
just
insect
sustain
repellent.
myself on the oxygen of Cholt.
Okay, hun. Good luck.
The oxygen.
Good for you,
Yeah, I
buddy.
know. It's not like that oxygen diet's really going well.
It's one of those fucking really
So,
terrible
flies.
fat
A
diets.
vial of insect repellent is 1
so
GP
full.
for 20 applications, so you get 20 days worth. So we could get 40 days worth of insect repellent for like 2 gold.
Oh shit! Yeah, just fucking do that.
40, yeah, I
Have
mean,
you added the 5 gold to your thing? Because I've taken it from mine. Yeah.
I'll add it now. Just, I think we're kind of,
So,
this is some proper furball living, and we're doing communal spending here. So
Yeah.
basically,
I
he
didn't
gave
wanna
us
have to
he
get
gave us
involved.
60 gold. If we buy 200 rations, so 50 apiece for the coming journey, that is 50 of that gold, and then another 8 gold to get 2 pots of insect repellent for everyone.
Look, I
That's
trust you.
58 of the gold.
I trust you. I don't math.
yeah, I honestly, pretty
Right.
Same. So
Cool.
I'm gonna just remove my 15
Whatever
GP
works.
split. You're just gonna have all of that 60 and just buy everything
no
and
one,
tell us what to add.
no one add the 15 GP split
This
that we
is
did.
this
You
is
just-
honestly
And
We
basically,
need-
the best part.
basically everyone add
marketing.
50 rations and 2 pots of insect repellent, which is technically 40 applications.
So
So I've got
Yeah,
40,
numbers, cool.
50.
here's my thing, right?
Mm.
Might not want to have everybody put 50 on theirs. Might want to have certain people carry it.
Yes.
Because
yes,
rations
yes, yes.
weigh a lot. And not all of you are furbolgs that can carry tremendous amounts of weight.
What?
True.
I need to see what my carry. Right, I've got like another 150 pounds I can carry
Yes.
because I'm
He
big
can
boy.
carry a number that's so redonkulous, it's not like she could probably
I'm
carry all
strong.
200 rations.
I've added my 50 to mine. Do you want to add your 50 to yours, Josh? And then you carry 100 B, and you have to,
Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
dole them out to poor little
Keller.
weak Keller.
Or
Absolutely.
rather than
Keller is not
Or-
weak.
I'll just go fuck
But
myself, shall
50
I?
rations is a lot of weight.
You're not weak. I'm
Right.
sorry. We
well, I
are
mean,
just
so the alternative actually
babies.
is it might genuinely be wisest
It
rather
is.
than just giving them all to one person.
Mm.
Is that we might split them off, like because if B falls into a hole and disappears into an endless abyss,
Mm.
then Keller has absolutely no food.
Yeah.
Versus like
So, what
if
I
I've
would
got
recommend-
25 and you've got 25 and B's got 25 and Keller carries 25. Do you know what I mean?
Right, I got all the food in the world. The oxygen of Cholt.
Well, okay. So what I would recommend from a mechanical's point is that Keller gets 10 rations, which is what you would normally carry.
Mm.
Byron carries the extra, and then as Keller's rations get reduced, he gets handed another 10.
Okay.
That way he's not
Just
over
topping him
encumbered
up.
with the weight.
That sounds fine.
That's fine.
So
Um,
B is
I've
adding.
got 95. Is that right? Well, the 5
Yeah.
is already left over.
Yeah,
from what I
yeah.
had
You should
before,
have
so
90.
Yeah.
90 for you, 10 for Rob. 50.
Well, eight for me because I've got 2
So that
rations
Well, that'd be
already.
12.
So 12.
Yeah.
And then everyone can add 2 pots of salve, which is technically
40 uses.
40 uses, so you add it as 40 onto the sheet. So I now have 100 and I don't have 107 doses of salve. I need to remove 20 from the journey back.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a good point.
I have 87 salves
I
personally.
might buy like
and
another.
57
I
rations.
might just buy another pot of salve out of my own money just to have more than 100.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
how much is a
Just
pot? of
remember
salve?
that
One
Ern can also make the salve now.
Yep. I
Yeah,
can.
it's just one of those things where it's like Meadow Meadow in theory never gets lost, but I can still get lost. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Meadow
it's not
doesn't trust me. I get it. It's fine.
no, it's just that like
Wow.
with the best will in the world, like Chult is still Chult,
Yeah.
and it doesn't
I
matter
mean,
how
I
good
might
it
die.
Yeah, like I'd rather just have it and not need it than
Also accurate.
want it and not have it.
And I also now have 21 gold on me. That if people, you know, want to dip into it and get themselves like a dagger, like a mundane small little thing, you're more than welcome to try.
I've got 24,
Yes.
including the 5 that Granny gave me, so I will just give Granny back the 5.
Okay, I don't know what to do with this.
Okay, so anything else y'all would like to do?
How much does the net cost actually?
Whatever it costs on D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
I don't
Come on,
do
B,
it,
you
like,
played Kirk's games
know
before.
how
You know
I
how
do.
this works.
Look it up.
Wow. Wow. It's 1 gold piece.
It's a
Granny's
single
gonna
gold.
buy, if she can get hold of them,
Yeah.
2 nets.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, I'll tell you what actually might be wise.
Just looking for salt or something.
That's a good point,
So,
actually.
Like,
No.
you want it for like preservation?
for
Yeah.
preservation,
Okay.
yeah.
So it's like a commodity, and I'll say like
One
you
gold
can-
piece would buy you so much salt. Like,
like seriously, like a 10-pound sack of salt is
Won't be able
gonna
to carry
cost
it.
you like a silver.
do it like, you know, like fucking ancient Rome style and just get paid in bricks of salt. Like,
Maybe we should do
where
that.
the word salary comes from.
I'm gonna grab
Literally.
two gallon casks of Tej, by the way.
oh, I
'Cause-
tell you what, actually,
Hedge the alcohol.
yeah.
rather than danger soup, which
You
is
gotta
what
get
we've been
water away.
doing when we cast. Oh no, are we casting like, you know, when you create water, do you just cast it into the rain catcher?
Mhm.
Yeah. Usually I just catch the rain, but yeah.
Do we just want like another one of those rain catchers just so you're not wasting water?
Yeah. Fuck it.
Y'all
Get
have
2 lots. of
2
rain.
already.
Oh,
Oh,
we
that's
got
true.
2
Yeah, I
already.
carry one of them.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just trying to think, like, do we need like stuff like climbing gear because there's mountains coming up?
Look,
like,
we're not gonna be playing long enough where any of that's gonna matter. So can we finish what y'all want to do in Port Neon?
Yeah,
Zaru?
absolutely.
Y'all can shop after the
Yeah,
session.
yeah. That sounds fine to me.
okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go with climbers kit. Oh no, I'm not. They're 25 gold pieces. Never mind.
So, what else would y'all like to do? Neon Zaru.
Go find somewhere to sleep so we can fucking leave.
There are 2 inns. You know,
That same one that we went to before.
Yeah.
GP a night per bed.
I will get us the beds. No one worry about it.
That includes your meals. All right. So
Coins.
just going to sleep and then peace out.
Yep, and then like first light, we're fucking out of here. 'cause
I
hate this
would like
place.
to write a letter to Sindra Sylvain with our information and leave it with the lady at my tavern and be like, can this get delivered to Sindra Sylvain?
Okay.
I will leave her a tip for the
Delivery.
kindness.
The trouble.
Inconvenience.
So when you leave the letter, she says, "This is the person who was staying with Wakanga.
Yes.
She did.
She died this
no.
morning."
Fuck. No.
I know Kirk, I know Kirk counts the days. How fucking perfect is that we hit it exactly
On
the
the
day she
number.
died? That's so good.
No.
Well,
You've broken Prue.
theoretically, we could always bring her back at a later date.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, I know, like Josh OC knows a little bit about this, so maybe depends on how fast we are. But yeah. All right, let's fucking peace out of here then. I don't want to be here anymore.
I feel like we should go pay our respects, but
fuck
I also
that.
don't want the merchant prince
Fuck
to be
that, I don't wanna
like, "Where's my fucking amulet?" You
Yeah,
know?
like Meta was fully against this idea for that exact reason. Like, I don't want to have to lie to Wakanga's face, and I don't want to be in the city anymore. I hate it.
Wait. I know you are eager to leave Medarin, but what about the business with the people at Camp Vengeance?
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
shit! Yeah, we could like leave.
How do we?
You know when they
tell
tried
people
to
about
you know when they tried to accost us before, Kirk? Did they tell us who to talk to?
No.
No. Cool. Sick.
Hey, bar lady.
Yeah.
Wait. Excuse me. Would you?
Hanging out
Bully
with Keller
Prue was
too
in that
much.
scene. Oi, bar lady.
All right, love.
Would
Right,
you?
Zol.
So this is very sad news indeed. About Miss Syndra. No, Mux Syndra, I believe. We were not given.
Yeah, it was a they.
gender.
Yeah.
But we also were just looking for the Iron Fist Gauntlet. Order of the Gauntlet.
You mean the flaming fist? No. The honor of the gun.
No.
There's so
No,
many
and then-
hand motif deities here.
It's very confusing. Two of them are basically the same, except one's facing this way and one's facing that way.
I know,
It's
and then one's just
so
a clenched fist,
confusing.
and then one's a fist on fire.
I'm so glad you
like,
understand
all the
these,
hand
these
jobs here are
paladins.
just-
Wait, all these paladins with their goddamn hand jobs. So
In
yes,
Laboratory.
Get your furbold hang jobs here.
I was just wondering, where we would speak to anyone from the Order of the Gauntlet here. There's a camp urgently in need of resupply that we were meant to pass news on to.
Oh, you have not heard?
I would
The
have-
camp died this morning.
I would have to inquire. I know that there was a group in here last week. I can make inquiries for you and let you know in the morning.
I mean, you're the one talking to him, Prue. So.
I don't know if we. Guys, how much do we want to wait around in Port Nyanzaru just wasting GP on this inn? Like, no, right?
0. Actual
well,
0.
Well,
I'm figuring this
what-
is a conversation that happens the night before y'all rest.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
But yeah. If by morning you have found someone, then fantastic. But if not, I will pen a letter of a different sort that I will leave with you. And if more come through here in however much time, I will just ask you to please pass it on to them. I'm so grateful that you are helping us so much in this regard. Thank you.
Of course. So, if there's nothing else you want to do this evening, night will pass. And the morning will come with there being, like, they don't have a real camp in the town. She tells you could talk to the harbor master. He knows, like, because they come in and out on transports, but that's the most she's gotten any kind of information about how you might connect with them.
Do you want to swing by the harbour, lads? Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
I mean,
Well,
honestly, if it's a 2-second errand, literally just to be like, yo, can you go resupply these guys? Like,
Yeah. Let's swing by the harbour, and if it ends up being like some mad wild goose chase and it gets to like mid-afternoon, I think we should just leave. But if by mid-afternoon we found a representative, we'll just be like, yep, resupplies, peace. Also, your indentured serving thing is a bit weird. Don't do that, please.
So there's no actual representative of the owner of the gauntlet in Port Nyanzaru at the moment.
Okay.
the harbor master tell you they come in on ships periodically, and then they either hire guides or whatever to take them out to the fort and bring supplies with them when they go. Occasionally, a group will come in from the camp and try to get supplies, but it's been a week since
Well,
I've
they're
seen them.
fucked.
I wonder they're fucking useless and dying out there.
Why is it that
Get
they
it, Kara?
like? Was it explained to? Was it explained to these guys, because I wasn't around, but like, was it explained that why they're not going upriver to Port Nyanzara to go get supplies themselves?
They were just like super undermanned. Everybody was really sick. Like basically, they just didn't have the manpower to spare to send somebody to Port Nyanzaru, and then like that was basically how we ended up getting captured.
Basically, their old camp got overrun. They got a lot of them killed. They tried to reestablish the camp, which was full of sickness. So they've just been in a constant state of not
They
enough.
they were getting like malaria and stuff, and it just so happened that we rocked up with like a cleric, a furbolg, and a paladin. So we were just like, right, well, we're leaving, and they were like, no, you're not. And we were like, okay, we'll cure your people, and then we're leaving, and that's how it's going to
Yeah.
be. And they were like, yeah, okay.
Pretty much the group made a whole bunch of improvements to the camp, and then the day they left, there was a tropical storm, so there's no telling what condition the camp's in now.
Bruh. Oh wow.
Not my problem. I'm not going back there ever again. Fuck those people.
They should just like if they're like dying out, they need to just leave.
The guy is
That's
like
their own fucking
If you
problem.
had
The
met
guy
those
is
people, you
stubborn
would
to a
understand
fault.
That's not going to happen.
guy is stubborn to a fault. He would not like.
That's
He would sooner
on
rather
him.
kill every single person in that camp than he would abandon it. That's the kind of guy he is. He's a bad guy.
Is there anything else that y'all want to do before we leave Port Nyanzara? Okay,
Nope.
cool. Well, we have played quite a bit today, and it has been a fun game, and I would love to keep playing for like another 6 or 7 hours. But I think you people like have lives, want food, all these
Sleeping would be nice.
unnatural
point.
habits. So I guess that's what we're gonna call
because
it
we're
tonight.
mortal, Kirk. I don't know if you've ever
Oh,
experienced this.
oh. Poor
The nasty
unfortunate
disease.
souls. Yeah, so like I was looking through my tracker and all this stuff, and I'm like counting, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm like, even if I rough estimate this, I know that this amount of days has passed. So I've just decided this is how many days have passed. And it was that perfect time. So yeah, that's why I wasn't bothering with the calendar, because the only thing that was important to me was the passage of days.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Cool. So that is that's our session for today.
Nice.
I guess I'll let all you people tell the internet who you are, where they can find you, and then we'll get on out of here. Let's go ahead and start with the Undead Gamer. How'd you enjoy the
well.
session?
Yes, thank you. Really good session. Really good session. I feel like we're sort of getting somewhere a bit more now, and getting sort of like that next objective underway and that sort of thing. So that's cool. Yeah, so looking forward to going forward from there. Also, just glad we went to Port Nyanzara to get a little bit more set up. Like, you know, rations and all that sort of thing. So yeah, but you can find me on the internet, on all the socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at the Undead Gamer, gamer without the E. I also stream on Twitch, which I keep saying and haven't done yet this year, but I will, promise. I'll get to it, but that's at twitch.tv/the Undead Gamer. You can find me playing what we're playing at the moment: Bloodborne, The Sinking City, and soon to be Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
No,
So
Jedi Fallen Order.
that's the one.
Last Jedi is a movie.
That's the one. Yeah, don't watch that film. Yeah, the game thing. The yeah. So there you go. Thank you. Also, check out our podcast, the Undead Gaming Cast. It's a monthly podcast where we talk about video games. Josh is on it as well. So
Excellent. B, I know we can't really find you anywhere on the internet other than in our Discord, which the link is posted like 700 times.
Yep.
So if you want to hang out with B, get up in that Discord. But how'd you enjoy the session?
Yeah, it was good. It was good as always.
I died.